your life thinking back on the events that led you to sitting alone in this particular tavern. As you sip your swill, the Ember Coast's local legend of how centuries ago the Dunlap Valley that you're in was successfully liberated by a hero that had earned the moniker Ember Knight. After the success, the darkness that had spread wide across the land, bringing plague and famine, receded. And generations later, darkness, true to prophecy, encroached once again and blanketed the land of foul magics. The Ember Knight seemed to defy time and came back in the company of friends and brightened the Ember Coast twice. This local legend comes back into your mind as you're just hanging out. You're in the city of Blank Slate. Most people here know that legend, or myth of the Ember Knight. It's part of the region where it happened after all. Evil King was vanquished not far from here. So the tale is dear to the people. Since the Second Illumination, the spirit of renewal and new beginnings caused the city's popularity to explode, and there are many places here conducive to adventuring. Ergo, your arrival. There's training dummies in a yard where many people are testing their abilities. Flickers of magic blast into strawmen, and other youths are yelling their striking cries, imagining different attack patterns. There's shops offering all manner of object and material, both legitimate or otherwise. And there's you, lounging at the Fahokwa God's Tavern, waiting for an opportunity to literally fall in your lap.
Hold up.
Yes?
Did you just say this is the Fahokwa God's Tavern?
The Fahokwa God's Tavern.
Okay, cool.
Thulius, you get inspiration.
Everybody to the limit.
You may now go beyond your limits. Suddenly, the door is kicked open by an unusually jubilant dwarf, who announces, "A round of drinks for everyone!" The dwarf then produces the largest ruby you've ever seen and slams it on the bar as payment. The dwarf has a small entourage as he saunters in with his little kind of dark yellow cape. First after him, keeping close with arms folded, is a stern human male with arms folded and with an enormous broadsword. He is clearly not a man to be trifled with, although he does roll his eyes at the exorbitant behavior of his employer. The dark-skinned man puts down the pristine white hood of his mantle and silently stands guard, shifting his attention to eyeballing the room. Also following behind is another bearded dwarf that... Rhyol, if you please.
Oh, that's me. Okay. So is... Oh, okay. Rhyol is a short, sort of like stocky dwarf. Red hair. Big, beautiful beard, as all female dwarves should have. And she's just sort of wearing, like, basic chain armor. Absolutely nothing noteworthy or special about, like, that appearance. But she has on her back this very large, what effectively looks like a dresser, or what could be a dresser, like this wooden dresser on her that she's like strapped to her back that has a bunch of various buttons and levers on it, and she kind of just like hunched over while like walking behind the other dwarves.
And behind that one is someone who looks like Xalia, if you please.
So Xalia looks nothing like her token right now. So at the moment, she is short. She's human, but short by human standards, but taller than the dwarves around her. Has tan skin, short, mid-length, brown, fluffy hair. Nothing really notable other than that. She seems kind of slight, kind of young. But if you look at her a bit too long, she starts seeming a bit wrong. Like her lips go a bit too far up her cheeks. She's got a few too many teeth showing when she opens her mouth. It's weird. She's just kind of trailing along for now.
The dwarf bellows across this open-air seating. "I'm looking for stalwart men and women to share an adventure, guiding my caravan south along the high road to the sun-swept foothills of the Wraith Mountains. 50 gold to a man for all those brave hearts and good character. May fortune be ever in your future."
Across the tavern, a Dragonborn sort of shuts a notebook that he was holding, raises an arm and stands up and says, "I'll take that offer."
Immediately after you raise your hand, a second person, covered head to toe in muck and smelling like a sewer, kicks in the door a few moments later and says, "Counter offer! I need 10 blokes to help shovel trash and fecal matter out in the mosquito-infested swamp north of town. The pay is 5 silver for the day."
Karydin sort of turns. One scaly sort of lip comes up, and it almost is this like it's almost a smile, but it's mostly just disgust. He sort of sniffs.
The brown bearded dwarf strides up to you, clasps your hand, shakes it. Excellent, excellent. When you were looking for a few more, and you introduce me to yourself. My name is Scar, Earthbeard. What brings you to Blank Slate, and what sort of skills can you contribute to the gang?
Karydin, the dwarf shook he shook the arm, not the hand, really.
Very vigorously.
Very vigorously. But after sort of catching his balance again, he says, "Well, I'm good with a sword, and if you need someone perceptive, I'm your man."
Indeed, we've got someone good with a sword already, and he gestures towards the white mantle human behind him. But there's plenty of brigands out that might be after our spoils. He starts looking around the room. Who else?
The Tabaxi in the room finishes their drink and sees the group and says, "You might need a scout, or at least someone to pick up on what's going on ahead of you, or else you guys will be in trouble, so I'll join."
Excellent. He grasps your hand and vigorously shakes it. Much like the Dragonborn, he's more shaking your arm and is kind of like wagging it up and down in the joint where it makes your shoulder, more than giving you a handshake. It says, "Excellent, excellent. Let's see, 1, 2, 6. How much gold do I have? I can probably afford one more of you."
At that point, the Kenku in the corner kind of raises his head, gets up from his seat, and says, "Hey, my name's Aloe. I've got experience as a battle medic. Would you guys be interested in a healer?"
"Hello, Aloe." And he walks up to you and just throws his arm around your shoulder. He's like, "Ha ha ha, glad to have you aboard. We would love a healer. I think we've got enough swords. We could use some tender touch out there to make sure our cuts and bruises are no more."
Well, I've got plenty of tender touch to offer.
Excellent. You all kind of look around and see each other, and it looks like you've got a group forming. And I think Lekai and Keku did not describe how they look. That would, if you could.
Yeah. Aloe's got dark brown feathers, a few crimson streaks in there. He's wearing leather armor, more akin to something like an Arakakra would wear, less like the typical Kenku garb. His head's not covered, but, the icon, just ignore that.
Okay.
Lekai is black fur with silver spots. Even though my icon has a hood, the hood is actually wrapped around the waist, mostly used when actual scouting. It's a duel with a dagger, normally a klutz, but strong intuition.
Nice.
And I believe I forgot to describe Karydin. So he's a somewhat tall dragonborn, He's got a longsword strapped to his back and a rapier at his side, chainmail armor, white scales. He doesn't actually have that blue marking on his face. And when he's got free time, you mostly see him with his nose buried in a notebook.
As you all start getting up and getting ready to go, there's an outcry from perhaps one of the corners of the tavern. It's like, hey, who's gonna take first come, first serve, eh? What if I think I'm better than these blokes? See, this kind of like, kind of sun-beaten human has stood up now from his chair, like just like his chair is like pushed out from his legs from the action of standing up. That's sort of one of those like, hey, wait a minute sort of things where he's got kind of like an aggressive stance where he seems to think that an opportunity is about to pass him by. We should have a competition.
What kind of competition do you suggest, then?
He needs people out there for doing stuff, right? Well, let's say best throw on the dartboard. Let's let that decide.
You believe that throwing darts is a good example of fending off brigands?
If you can get a bullseye, you can get a bullseye on the brigand.
With darts.
Yeah, watch this. And then Tim just runs over to the dartboard, very eager to prove that he belongs on the team instead of anybody else. Skarn, Earthbeer, is actually just kind of watching this as a spectacle. And he's clearly already made his decision. He's got his arms folded. But this tavern goer grabs a dart out of the dartboard and just chucks it straight into the dartboard. And let's see.
Yes. I guess if anyone else the team wants to...
Rhyol is moving around the other patrons, putting money on the Dragonborn.
I guess if anyone wants to humor this sad soul to try and make it before he's when he's already too late.
He hits it in the actual outer rim. It's like, ha 10 points. Let's see you beat that.
Taylor's just gonna kind of walk up and crouch and like squat there, watching the side of the dartboard.
Is there anyone else in the tavern willing to make side bets?
Make a regular charisma check.
Karydin sort of chuckles to himself and says,
Just charisma.
chuckles to himself and says, well, if you're planning on showing off your skills against brigands, I think you could have done better than that.
Perfect.
I don't believe that I need to do this competition that you seem to think this is.
Everyone in the bar knows that I'm like in debt and have no money.
Yeah, they've
that desperate.
They've seen you around a bit, real. It's kind of like, no, I know you. Your money's no good, real. Skarn laughs and says, well, if you're gonna be part of this group, I'll need something a little bit better than the outer rim, buddy. Make a persuasion check, Karydin.
Okay.
Let me see.
It's better.
We'll say it's you do make a valid point. So the human kind of like, he sees that Skarn has apparently already made up his mind, in addition to his poor shot on the dartboard. So he kind of like skulks back, kicks his chair a bit, sits down like in a slump, just the sound of wood scraping on wood, and goes and takes a big ol' swig from his tankard.
Xalia is going to minor illusion a dart directly in the center of it.
Okay.
And then turn around and just give this guy the big toothy grin.
He, after he sips down, or after he's finished with this gulp, and his tankard is no longer blocking his view, he looks down, looks over the dartboard, gives it just a little cursory glance, looks at you, giving this grin, is like, no.
Seems like someone's already better at you at darts.
He pays his tab and leaves. The white-mantled fellow unfolds his arms and looks over at Skarn. Skarn, can we be on our way? We really should get going while we have daylight yet to spare. And then the brown-headed dwarf, he's got a couple swooshes of gray in it. Seems like he's lived his lovely full life. And indeed, let us be on. I would like to get started as soon as we can, if you are all ready. I'm ready to load you all up. I've already got the wagon and everything loaded and ready to go. And then the dark-skinned human says, please, if you need to make any more preparations, then now would be the time. We cannot afford to make any more delays. We're heading to the town of Bravebank. It is a quaint town. You may have heard of it. It's nestled against the Wraith Mountains.
Isn't that a dangerous trip for that? If we're going straight through the mountains? Asked Lekai.
Well, you see, we will be taking the freeboard trail that will lead us to Bravebank. We will not be going directly through the mountains, so do not worry. As far as danger, well, that's why there are many of us. Sorry, that is why there are many of us.
Karydin sort of looks around, takes stock of his stuff, and shoulders his pack, sort of walks up and says, I am good to go.
Excellent. The rest of you lot, good to go then?
I'm sure. Sorry. I'm sure everything will be fine. And, Rhyol just sort of starts heading out.
Aloe gives a bit of a confident smile, follows right behind.
Excellent. Follow me then. We have days ahead of travel, or days of travel ahead of us, and, well, the quicker we get started, well, the quicker we all get paid. And he exits the tavern, the Fahokwa God's tavern, Roland behind him, that he introduces, by the way. This is my compatriot, Roland. He used to work for me in the back. Back in the olden days. Now he operates more of a, escort, is that correct? And then Roland mentions, no, I work for the Lord's Alliance now, Skarn. You know that. And there's just more kind of jovial talking. Skarn is clearly very happy that he's getting the show on the road. And you all saddle up. There is a wagon that is connected to two horses by rope, reins, and just the leather straps. It is already loaded with lots of mining equipment and provisions. So there's pickaxes, shovels, hammers for breaking rocks, all sorts of things. And then for provisions, it's bread, rye, ample amounts of ale and beer and water and all that kind of stuff. Just easy enough. And you all set out for the town of Bravebank. Roland and Skarn, as you are traveling, they have their own horses, while you all are on the wagon that has the supplies. Perhaps two of you are sitting up front and the rest in the back. If anyone would like to drive the wagon, holding the reins of the horses, you may.
Karydin is he immediately hopped in the back and went into his notebook. He's sort of, you can't see exactly what he's holding, but it seems like he's doing something in there. Maybe writing.
Zayla's gonna try to look over his shoulder.
Rhyol takes the reins. Just like
Lekai sits on front of the wagon, next to the side.
I guess that puts me in the back.
Xalia, is that?
Xalia.
Xalia, you see a rendition of the dartboard with the dart that you put in the middle with minor illusion.
Okay.
It's pretty alright. Not incredible, but it's certainly better than, it's not just like scrabbling. There's purpose, and he does this a lot.
She's just gonna kind of give a little happy little and kind of circle around up front and kind of smile at him, though not, less of a deliberate.
Yeah, not a creepy smile. It's an actual smile.
She's still
Karydin,
to be fair.
Karydin doesn't notice you at first, but he sort of glances up, then realizes and says, "Oh, I didn't see you there. Did you want to see what was?" He didn't notice at all. Did you want to see what was in what I was doing? Drawing?
She's gonna nod, basically.
He turns the notebook around in one hand, and then back again and says, "It's I saw what you did back there in the tavern. Thought it was funny, so I figured I would commit it to memory."
She's gonna kind of smile and clap and bow a little bit.
Nice.
Then she's gonna go bother Aloe.
Hey there.
I'm just gonna say, Rhyol is not like a good driver. This is a bumpy ride.
Cool.
Rhyol, are you sure about your skill
man.
as a driver?
Trust me, I got this. I've done this plenty of times. Maybe not this path, but maybe not with these horses or on this cart. But I'm sure I got this. This shouldn't be any problem.
Lekai gives a side eye as he begrudgingly accepts.
She's just like barely holding on. She's like barely controlling the horses.
While you are traveling on the high road from leading south from Blank Slate, Roland to your right atop his horse is making sure that you all are well informed, and he's giving history of the high road. And it's at this point in the explanation where he's talking about the high road is so named because it follows the ridge lines of the rolling hills it passes through. This helps protect it from flooding as well as brigands. You can see that at certain instances of miles, they are fortified with signal outposts. He's gesturing towards one that is coming up. In addition to alerting Blank Slate of approaching threats and protecting trade along the high road, these outposts provide a constabulary for the citizens of the hamlets, villages, and towns that have sprung up around them. Outposts nearest to Blank Slate are large and well garrisoned and in good repair. And Skarn pipes up. It's like, yeah, further south it become a little bit smaller, a little bit more Spartan. We'll be heading west towards Bravebank. We won't see no outposts over there. And then Roland continues. All of the outposts are commanded by members of the Lord's Alliance, of which I am from. They're all trustworthy people. And time passes, just moving along, and it is the end of the first day of travel. It's very uneventful. You guys wave at the friendly guards that are protecting the high road. as you are all traveling along. There's perhaps they stop you once just to check your cargo, and of course there's nothing bad about it. Just mining equipment, provisions, and yeah, and let you go on. It's now nighttime, and you know that you are getting close upon where you would make your turn towards the three-boar trail. Just changing it. And campfire. Everyone's hanging out. There's lovely tents. Skarn has gotten the camp going. There's a couple other troops that have passed you as you have made your stop. There's some brief talk, and everyone bids everyone on their way. Skarn and Roland are seated together, and there's just a nice little stew on the campfire. Water all around. Some wine too. Skarn is talking with Roland, and they seem to be having a decently serious conversation. What are you guys up to?
Karydin is, having some stew, drinking some water.
It's actually pretty good still. It's got the nice little potatoes in there. We got peppers.
Nice.
And yaled meat.
Yaled meat. I see. He's not super talkative, but he, if Xalia, comes bothering, he's amiable. He, asks everybody their name, makes sure he's got it remembered. Other than that, he's just kind of chilling.
Rhyol is digging in. Taking advantage of the free food.
Didn't have to pay for this. So Skarn mentions over, it's on the house, you're all don't have to worry about this none.
The best kind of seasoning.
Lekai is 8 light and is just watching the moon. Sort of
oh, sorry. Keep going.
sort of just aloof at the moment.
Alright. Aloe's just kind of off to the side. He casts a little spell.
What kind of spell? Oh, fair enough. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Conjures up a few berries. Has one for himself. Stashes the rest away.
Xalia did not get to meet Lekai in the carriage. So she's gonna go over to him and just sit next to him and also look at the moon in the exact same angle.
Lekai, you feel...
And it's been a few hours. Her hair's a bit longer and a bit darker now. If she felt like it.
You sense this, you sense the form of Xalia creep up next to you. And then she's not sitting.
What brings you over to watch the moon, Xalia?
She's gonna kind of tilt her head at him and then just nod. And then go back to tilting her head.
Not super talkative. It's understandable. Still new to the table.
She's gonna shrug. Sorry, continue.
We're still new to everybody, so sure we'll warm up to each other, figure out more as we go with this.
She's gonna kind of nod and point at the moon and also tilt her head. She's asking me about the moon. She's curious.
Okay.
Well, continue.
Come back.
What?
Go ahead, Mince. Yeah, come back. Go ahead, Mince.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, once Rhyol finishes eating up, she sort of starts just inspecting her large like cabinet thing that she carries on her back. Like she's inspecting like the various levers and buttons and drawers and compartments, making sure like they all work and like kind of tinkering with them. I'm not sure just what she continues to do.
Lekai finally catches on to what Xalia was asking about the moon. He says, to me, the moon is pretty melancholy, but at the same time very calming. A lot of mysteriousness behind it.
She'll take a moment to kind of like sit there and visibly think on it, and then she'll just kind of nod and give him a little smile and continue to just sit there watching the moon.
Time passes. The stew is good. There's wine shared. You guys are regaled with tales from Skarn as him and Roland finish up their conversation. And Skarn's telling you about the valuables that we can expect from his findings. You see, there's a cave. It seems a pretty interesting cave. It might be well, I don't venture to say it. It might be a particularly special cave, but it would be improper of me to assume, but we can definitely be sure that there are gems and gold to be made. Perhaps it's even part of a platinum mine. Yes. And he actually just kind of like continues on in drones for about 10 minutes. And he doesn't really give much more information than that. He just mentions that my brothers, you see, they're already there, and they're just scoping out the place and making sure that everything is good to go, and they'll actually be helping us with the mine and everything. They're the ones that we're bringing this equipment to, of course. We've got something big, definitely.
Aloe would like to ask what his brothers' names are.
My brothers, well, you see, there's two of them, and my brother's name is Obsi, and Obsi Earthbeard, that is, and the other's name is Shale.
All right.
We are the three Earthbeard brothers, you see, and he kind of sits straight up and kind of puffs up his chest out a bit. gives you a little goofy smile.
Karydin sort of pipes up. How did you happen across this cave? I'm curious.
Well, you see, when you're done with the military, you start looking for something to do. And somehow or another, I ended up in the town of Bravebank. There's a geologist there, and she's also looking for some mines, or for something. And I figured I would go out there and strike out what I can. I found a little something, and he produces from his side a sort of map case, and he opens it up and takes out a piece of parchment. It's like, this here's a map to the mine, and as long as we got this, we can find it. But it's kind of a secret mine, you see, because there's some kind of like illusion magic that keeps them ne'er-do-wells from going in. He's stumbling over his words, like he doesn't quite know all of the specifics behind it, but he just knows the kind of like machinations. You get the sense that perhaps his brothers are the ones that are actually spearheading it.
Lekai listening in to the conversation.
And see, this map is right important, and there's another thing here too. He pulls out a sort of like octagonal shaped box. This is what's going to let us into the deeper parts. See, there's this weird part, this weird kind of door thing that we have to get through, and well, this is one part of it. I'm sure of it. It's something big, I tell you. Riches.
Karydin sort of perks up when he hears about that door and says, did you see any weird markings in the cave?
Well,
You know, they would be sort of like symbols.
well, I only got a glance at it, my friend, but there were some symbols there, but not really runes, you know. It'd be more like kind of like flame-like. But well, you'll see more when we get there, and we can show you all of its grandeur.
Karydin nods, but he's already sort of lost in thought. He's not really listening anymore.
It's locked doors, illusion magic. You didn't tell me any of this when you first told me about this job. I don't know. All I need, I'm trying to tell you, all I need is just a little bit more money, and I have like this new idea that I think is gonna really work, and I can just pay you back that way. And just kind of just rambling.
Well, you didn't tell me when you was gonna pay me back now, did you? That's why we're in this predicament.
As soon as my next idea works and I have enough to pay you back.
He gives you a grin and he kind of waves, waves the last sentence that you're saying away. It's like, don't worry about it, Rhyol. When we get this done, even. And you'll come out a little richer for it, too.
She kind of like mumbles to herself. Everyone can like hear. All you can pick up is the word circus. That's it.
Lekai, being paranoid Tabit himself, feels as if we're going into bad omen area, but doesn't say anything yet.
Well, another day of traveling. We'll be on the Three Boar Trail, straight to Brave Bank after this. Eat, drink, and get your energy. Roland has been off to the side and quiet throughout this exchange between you and Skarn. He seems to have a sort of stone in his hand, and every once in a while he puts it to his ear, and then he holds it out in front of him again, and then taps it, puts it to his ear, holds it out in front of him, and for finally, maybe after about 5 tries, he sighs and looks visibly defeated for a moment before he regains his composure and puts it back in his pouch.
You said it was like a stone?
Yeah, so pebble size. He's not trying to hide or anything like that, and he's doing his thing.
Xalia's gonna go come up and look at it and like try to grab a stone herself and do the same thing.
like just a stone off the ground.
Yeah.
Make a survival check.
This was like a stone he had in his pocket, right? Like he took out and like wasn't okay.
I'm very good at finding rocks.
You find a rock. It's kind of like misshapen. It's not smooth or anything like that. It's gray. But by golly, you have a rock now. But when you tried to, you said you imitate Roland?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no response.
Try.
But she's doing it right in front of him.
Yeah. Roland looks up at you. Xalia. What?
She's gonna give him like the most hurt puppy look and tilt her head.
I am sorry. Xalia, come back, please.
No, she's not moving.
There is a lot on my mind. I am just worried.
She's gonna hold out the rock.
Are you giving this to me?
She's gonna shrug and just let him have it, yeah?
I'm a big fan of Xalia so far.
Similar to his display in the Fahokwa God's Tavern, he rolls his eyes and takes the rock. Thank you.
She's gonna do like a little like hands together, like delight motion, and then walk off.
You hear it.
Lekai,
As Roland throws the rock back on the ground.
Lekai notices Xalia walking off and asks, what is his name again?
Roland, I think.
Roland. He sees Roland bundling up the rock and then asks, is she a mute?
Well, try talking to her, and you will find out.
Lekai says nothing else and just moves on.
It's an appropriate reaction.
Was there anything special about Roland's rock?
From where you are and in the dim light of the campfire, it's difficult to tell. It's pebble size, so you can't really like. All you see him is him doing the motion.
Okay.
Make a perception though. I'll give you that.
Lekai kind of chuckles under his breath after what Roland told him.
Rhyol, you do see like maybe right before he puts it up to his ear, and thus as he's holding in the stone, he's holding it towards the campfire, like just where he is positioned and how he's sitting. As you can see the stone illuminated by the campfire, you do see maybe like a thin sparkle of magic, like as he's putting it to his ear.
Bill doesn't say anything, just sort of stares at him.
Roland stands up after a few minutes. Well, let us all get our rest. I will stand watch. We are on the high road, so it should not be a problem. It is not likely that we will encounter any danger. Guards and all that. But get your rest. And we shall see you in the morning.
Karydin nods and says, well, I will certainly I won't deny the offer, you volunteering to stand watch, so I will see you in the morning. Any, sort of, I guess, do we have, like, bedrolls from the wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sort of turns over away from the campfire.
Lekai goes back to watching the moon slowly drifting off to sleep.
Aloe is already asleep.
He's been asleep.
There's like a half-eaten cup of stew next to Aloe. He's got some of it on his beak.
Didn't even wipe his beak.
You all batten down the hatches. And sleep is peaceful. It's nice being outside under the stars and the moon for once in a while. The next day, Skarn and Roland are preparing to set out, making sure that you are all ready. When everyone awakes, Skarn mentions, "Hey, you lot, we're gonna head out early on our own horses. We need to take care of some business that has come up. So you'll be by yourselves on the Three Boar Trail. Don't worry, it's maybe about a day or so, and we'll see you in Bravebank. Yeah. Take this mining equipment to. Write this down if you need it. If your memory is poor, we take this to Barthori's Provisions. It is a trading post in Bravebank, owned by Bartholorum. Pardon me. He's my good friend. He'll surely reward you for such a thing, and then I'll meet you in Bravebank. Yeah.
Karydin nods.
Rhyol gives like a very half-hearted salute.
Lekai nods.
Aloe makes a little clicking noise.
Bailiff is gonna nod, yeah.
Roland puts his hood over and kind of mutters to Skarn, We must go right away. We cannot dally anymore. And Skarn looks at Roland, thinks a moment, strokes his beard, and produces the octagonal box from his satchel, and he looks all at you, and then strides up to Xalia and says, "Xalia,
She nods.
take care of this. Give it back to me in Bravebank. Don't ask why. But
She nods.
this is your opportunity. I believe me.
Yeah. Okay, so you said it's a box, right?
It is a 3-dimensional octagon.
Okay. Does it have a lid?
It does have a lid.
Okay, she's gonna start, like, right in front of him, like, put her hands under the lid of it, and then, like, her fingers, and then kind of tilt her head.
It's locked with an arcane magic.
She's gonna roll her eyes.
Keep that
And then-
safe. It's important.
Gonna shrug and nod. Kind of looks a little dejected, though.
If you need to, I'm sure you'll find a way to unlock it, but let's hope it does not come to that. And, well, time to say chitty bye. Well, chitty bye. And he makes sure that he has his little map case that I showed you earlier, and he kind of straps it to his horse's saddle, and him and Roland ride off into the sunrise.
Zayla's gonna wave, and she's not, like, her arm is way too floppy. It looks like there aren't bones in it when she's waving.
Oh. Karydin, he doesn't notice at first, but he looks over and he sort of starts, and he goes, is that normal?
Lekai has visible concern.
That cool was in character. Aloe said that.
She's gonna grin at Aloe specifically and make a little noise.
Just a hiss? Okay.
Like a little happy hiss.
Okay.
Aloe
Yeah.
kind of raises an eyebrow, but he's intrigued.
Rhea kind of like rubs her eyes. She's like, how much did I drink last night?
Well, like, in theory, you've been around her for a little bit. You're probably more used to her shit than the other three.
Maybe.
Doesn't get
Still
old.
weird.
It's new every time.
Karydin, sort of still shaken by the noodle arm, is going to sort of turn to the rest of the group and say, "So who drove the cart? Who like manned the wagon yesterday?"
That was me, of course. I could have driven.
Okay, unrelated. Who that isn't real would like to, man the wagon?
Lekai asks if there's anybody that has experience.
I'll have you know, I had at one point my own wagon driving business.
Wagon driving business, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And how did that turn out?
Aloe interrupts. We're alive, aren't we?
See?
Alive, but a little sore. He sort of swings his shoulder, he puts an arm on it, moves it around just a bit sore.
Well, I don't see anyone else
Karydin
volunteering to do this.
sighs and says, okay.
Rhyol confidently struts back up to the reins.
After Lekai finishes snickering at the exchange, Karydin, are you offering to drive?
I've never driven a wagon, so I can't guarantee the experience would be much better. But if you'd like to let me try.
Rhyol, it's much harder than it looks.
I don't doubt that.
Lekai murders to himself. This is gonna be a long ride. Sure. Go for it. Try it out.
Rhyol is stopped at the foot of the wagon, looking back to Karydin.
Go ahead, Rhyol. Go ahead.
Okay. No other objections?
Lekai just gets in the back of the wagon. Lays down.
Good.
Xalia's gonna run to the front, just sit next to Rhyol.
Aloe shuffles into the back, gets comfy.
Karydin follows suit.
Okay. The entire time you're driving, Rhyol, Xalia's gonna be poking at your thing. That you carry around.
Rhyol tries to turn and swat you away like a cat. Like you're a cat poking at it. He's like, stop! But she has to constantly grab back the reins and focus on very, very delicate machinery.
She'll lay back and just give you a little doe-eyed head tilt.
You guys are fantastic. Everybody has inspiration.
Alrighty.
You can re-roll one die of your choice.
All right.
So, departing. You guys rustle up some grub and rustle up your provisions and rustle up your seating arrangement, and just truck on through the countryside. The 3-board trail is there is a stark difference between the 3-board trail and the high road.
Hold that thought before you go.
Okay.
For the inspiration part, how am I rolling?
Just remember that you have it.
Okay.
Well, you can actually put it on your character sheet.
Yes, there should be a little thing you can click. Title
Yeah.
inspiration.
I went to the hotkey version of it. I went to utility inspiration, so I don't know if I need to go to the actual sheet.
No, it checked
that'll
it.
do it.
It should check it.
Yep. It did.
Okay, it is checked.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And then just remember that you have it, and then you can be like, Accel, I want to reroll this die. And then I'll be like, okay.
Okay.
Let's see. So the 3-board trail is a stark difference between the high road, where the high road was the well-traveled road, and it had some sort of almost cobble to it. It was well defined. The 3-board trail is significantly more rough and tumble. It is a dirt path. At times the shrubbery kind of grow into the trail, and you can see the forests and the Wraith Mountains jutting up into the sky, kind of like piercing the clouds. It is a lovely drive still. There's the odd stream, there's the grass, you can see animals, you can hear animals. Since departing Blank Slate, it's been a few days. You've managed to bring your wagon load of provisions ever closer towards the frontier settlement of Brave Bank. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Skarn and Roland did warn you of brigands, so you're all moving forward confidently, keeping an eye out, probably. Is anybody doing anything special while we're driving, aside from Xalia, who was poking Rhyol's backpack?
Just curious, want to know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of curiosity, if you haven't already, put octagonal box in your inventory, and it looks like it's kind of it's ornamental. It is predominantly this kind of dark brown color, and it is gold trimmed on each of the on each of the 8 side facings. And on the top, it has just this nice little gold trim around it, and then there seems to be a what looks some kind of like sigil, also trimmed in gold. It's nice to the touch, feels like wood.
Lekai notices Karydin in his book and asks him, what's in the book?
Karydin sort of snaps it shut and says, "Oh, just sketches. I like to practice my. I like to practice keeping things, fresh in my mind by drawing them. I'm not incredible, but I do my best. It's sort of a habit I picked up from when I was a youngling, back when I lived with my tribe."
Interesting. Lekai asked if he could see at least a picture or two.
Yeah. Karydin sort of flips through the book and starts showing you different sketches. Most of them are unimpressive, but, they're decent.
These are pretty good.
Thank you. It's something that's important to me, or it has become important to me as of late.
I don't have anything else after that.
Just for fun, can I roll animal handling?
Yes, you may.
Just as sad as the first day.
Oh no.
Animal handling? Alright. I got something then. As the conversation finishes, Lekai feels a very harsh bump. And asks, well, is everything okay?
You're all jostled by the wagon, kind of like lurching up over this rock. Almost, it's a good sized rock, and it just catapults the wagon up a bit as it goes over.
Well, this would be a lot easier if someone would keep their hands to themselves. And she's like, again, like swats over.
She's gonna give like a disappointed noise and just kind of squish back into her own seat. Gonna melt.
Shrink down a little bit, maybe.
Maybe a little. Oh yeah, more than a little bit. She's now sort of in more.
So just like sees that. It's like, I'll play. See you later. Just not now. Okay.
She perks back up and becomes her previous height again.
God.
A little like. Ah. And then she pulls out the box and starts poking it.
Great.
Which is to say, she's as a wizard, she's going to be checking that arcane stuff.
Okay.
Rondell mentioned.
Roll an Arcana check with disadvantage because it's unfamiliar to you.
Okay.
Okay. You do indeed sense the arcane workings of what is keeping this thing shut. You suss out that there's definitely a spell cast on it that is keeping it closed. Rather than like having a mechanical lock or something like that. In fact, there is no like keyhole or anything. It is just sealed tight and firm.
Does she figure out anything about when it will open? Like what opens it?
Will open.
Yeah.
The 4 days. No, I'm just kidding. It's difficult to tell at this moment. You're still like this is still a new object to you, and you're just learning about what this sort of this magical form keeping this thing shut, tight, and firm is. We're not able to really figure out anything about the when or the why or the how behind it quite yet.
Yeah. She's probably going to spend the rest of the trip poking at it until something happens.
You poke at this for about half a day, and everyone else, you're on the three-board trail for about half a day as you come around a bend, and there's a particularly like nasty rock that Rhyol manages to avoid now that she has the attention. You spot ahead of you a grisly sight. You spot shortly forward in the trail, 2 horses that are dead as F.
Oh.
They're very clearly horse forms. They seem to have things sticking out of them, but they're maybe several tens of feet in front of you. Rhyol, you see this, and you pull the cart to a halt and alert everybody, and Xalia, you're up front, so you see this too. Yeah, there you have it.
Would I recognize if those were like the same horses?
Perception.
That Skarn and okay. Sorry, I'm so bad at handling this.
It's all good.
They seem like some horses. They've got some colors on them. The colors do seem like they are similar, but from where you currently are, and their prone forms, it's difficult to see much beyond like their mane and their tail. You have a suspicion. You fear that it is correct.
Okay. She kind of like curses to herself. Like, I wish I was paying more attention to the horses. I guess. Wait. Does anyone else? So we've stopped. Did anyone else in the cart like move, or have you guys just like, chilling in there?
Karydin, notices that we've stopped and sort of, is everything all right?
The 2 horses ahead of us, they're just dead on the ground. Can't see. I don't know if they were fresh or been there for a while. Just something doesn't feel right.
Karydin sort of curses under his breath, and he stows his notebook and instead puts a hand, on the grip of his longsword.
Lekai steps out of the wagon and sees the dead horses. Promptly asks if I keep forgetting his name.
Skarn?
Scar? No, yeah, Scar and Raylan?
Skarn?
Roland.
Skarn the dwarf and Roland the human.
Okay. Let me actually just write that down. Some memory of a pea brain.
It's all good.
Lekai asks if Scar and Roland have actually went ahead of this route, or if they went back.
I believe that they left on this path? I don't think they went back to the town, did they?
You do recall that they traveled east along this path.
We should go take a closer look, shouldn't we? It's not a good sign if there's just dead horses. At the very least, we should get them off the path before we continue onward.
Seems prudent.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
Before we get to that,
Okay.
Aloe would like to approach the horses cautiously
Okay.
and see if he can determine the direction of attack based on the arrows in the horses.
Okay. Where are you when you do this?
I'd like to walk
Still in the wagon.
around.
Okay. Make a perception check or a survival check, whichever you like.
Are the rest of us letting you go alone, by the way?
No, Karydin's definitely following.
Yeah.
He's not as cautious, though.
If you're being cautious, roll stealth if you would like to. But Aloe, so as you're moving forward, trying to be cautious, kind of like looking around, and you sense that the woods press a little closer to the trail here, and there's a steep embankment with dense thickets on that side. As you move closer to the horses, you can see sort of horse-sized skid marks in the dirt where they had just violently fell down and stopped with their momentum. It's a gruesome sight. As you see, get closer, and you can see that there are arrows sticking out of the horses. And getting closer still, you can see that there are large kind of splotches that are kind of like it's difficult to it's befuddling. It seems like it has melted away part of the horse's flesh. But that doesn't make sense. There's arrows, and it doesn't look like an animal bite or anything. The arrows are solid black, even the fletching, and even and you guess that the arrowhead would also be black if you were to pull it out. The saddlebags of each horse have also been looted. They're open, clear as day. And you also see nearby there is Skarn's treasured map case. It is open, and there is no map.
I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, go ahead. Detect Magic. That's within 30 feet of you. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see. That horse is out of range. Oh, a handy template.
Here we go.
Let's see here. The arrows are not particularly magical. The wounds are not particularly magical. For all intents and purposes, you actually do not sense magic.
Okay.
You are comfortable in knowing that things are not part of the arcane or divine weave.
How's it looking over there, Aloe?
I was just gonna say, Aloe kind of returns to the caravan and lets people know what's up. Seems like whatever killed these horses was after the map case, and whatever else Skarn had on him. These are definitely Skarn and Roland's horses.
That's
That much is clear.
not good.
Layla's gonna like visibly deflate and look kind of scared at that. You know, in her exaggerated manner, you know.
Yeah. By deflate, do you mean actually deflate? Or okay. You have to specify with this character.
It's like an old like Hanna-Barbera
Your skin gets
cartoon.
wrinkly and saggy.
Yeah, no.
Jesus.
Her eyes kind of thinking, and she kind of looks scared. Like,
Aloe, specifically Aloe, as you're walking back, through the rustling of the trees and the rustling of the leaves as the nice breeze moves along, it also carries to your ears a particular scent. It smells like dog.
I see. I guess I'll investigate.
Okay.
Lekai asks, did you see anything weird with the arrows? In terms of direction?
As far as direction, there was nothing special. The arrows themselves were a bit strange. They were black, but not magical. And there were burn marks on the horses.
It's the direction of the wind.
Or something Sorry, what?
It's the direction of the wind.
Okay. Cool. Something resembling burn marks on the horses, but again, nothing magical.
Lekai goes deep in thought, trying to examine the situation.
And, where'd I smell that dog from?
It was a smell on the wind. The wind carried it over from this steep embankment here.
Okay. In that case, I should probably tell all my friends here about a smell that seems to be coming from the north and ask if anyone's interested in investigating.
A smell, you say?
A smelly smell,
Yeah,
that smell.
Smells a bit like dog.
Smelly.
Like dog.
Trophies.
I guess I'll come with. I don't see any reason not to.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess Rhyol also hops off the cart now and taps the horses. It's like a good job, and also sort of tries to look towards up the.
Okay.
Is that like a cliff or just like a
Embankment?
Yeah, it is an embankment, but yeah, it's a cliff. You're looking up there. Give me a perception check, please, Rhyol.
Just curious, what exactly, mechanically, what is the difference between perception and an investigation?
Perception is when you're looking around. Investigation is when you have a desk and you're going through the desk.
Got it. Okay.
Not bad.
That's a persuasion check. That is not.
The other P word.
Has persuaded the dead horses. Let's go.
You get back up, idiots.
It's actually the same roll.
Oh man.
For fun.
Give her the 18.
Yeah, it's the same bonus. So don't worry about it. As you cast your eyes over the embankment, pointed out by Aloe, being tuned into nature and catching this, you see this little cluster of rocks that seems kind of out of place, but you see the embankment. It's about 10-15 feet high. There is a tree that has fallen over and is kind of just completely blocking out that section. It looks like it's climbable maybe. But it's a huge tree, and it's just fallen over from the top of the embankment and actually meets the bottom of the trail. There's many other trees and other parts, shrubs. As Aloe is describing on this, you see that there are probably multiple places to hide. And as you all kind of watch Aloe and Rhyol's gaze, and for now it becomes clear that you suspect something, and the people that were hiding there all of a sudden jump out.
Who would have thought?
Seeing that that the jig is up, they all yell out, come out of their respective hiding places and yell, "For the king!" And I need you all to roll initiative.
Okay.
Also, here's the dog.
Dog. There's no active combat encounter.
Go for it.
There we go. You can go to
Oh, that's
It's
not
under utility, yeah.
under utility.
Yeah, if you use the one under utility, you don't have to wait for me to start it.
Is the music
It
a
did
bit
change.
jittery for anyone
Oh
else?
my god.
Oh no, it's actually fine for me.
20.
I think that's
Better
me.
the 20 for initiative than 20 for anything else.
Okay. So, this bandit here is going to dart out from his previous place of hiding and is going to, in the same motion, draws an arrow from his quiver and spins it and lets it loose at Lekai, who is the first in line. Arrow whistles through the air, and an 18. That hits. Deals a whopping 7 damage. The arrow sinks into your chest. Just it almost pierces directly into the joint where your shoulder connects to your arm, and it makes movement difficult. That hurts a lot. Rhyol, you see Lekai right in front of you get just an arrow inserts into him. What do you do?
Real quick, Rye, to make applying damage easier, you can right-click on the number and click apply damage or apply healing or double damage or half damage or whatever.
That's what I was trying to do, but it's not letting me.
You gotta make sure your token's selected.
Oh. Alright, there we go.
Ba-ding!
The music stopped.
Sorry.
It's still going for me.
Refresh if you need it, but what do you got, Rhyol?
I'll refresh after my turn. Yeah. So I guess.
This one pops out of there.
So is he like on the tree, or is he like on our level?
He is coming out from beneath the tree, and he is on your level.
I was just curious. Okay, so Rhyol like looks at the one that just shot the arrow, and hold on. Let me move my character over here, and wait, is that range? Okay, no, it's not. And she like pulls down on a lever, or like one of the many levers on her giant captive type thing, and a harpoon launcher just sort of like pops out of the side of it.
Okay.
Try and and she like aims it and tries to like fire it at the one that just fired the arrow.
Go for it.
So
I dare you. Okay. So you're running forward and you pull down the lever. You're trying to like get this aim where it crests the embankment but still makes contact with your foe, but sails over and goes into the shrubbery. You pull it back and goes back into your backpack.
Darn.
Anything else?
Nope.
Haha, you'll have to do
Don't
better
have
than
them.
that. Xalia.
Stupid high ground.
What is she up to? Really? Still a little bit spooked right now. I think she's just gonna chill touch. Let me double check the range on that. Yeah. So she sees this guy and she's kind of sees I forget his name, like Lekai, get hit, and she's gonna like back off a little bit because that's scary. But he is still well within range, so let me press the 1 button. There we go. Press it twice. This is just a normal roll.
Let's see. A 12 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay.
So the chill touch comes out, just whoosh, grasps, but unfortunately does not make contact.
Okay. Alright. And that's a turn.
Okay. Aloe.
Alright.
There is a ferocious arrow sticking out of your ferocious companion, and there are many ferocious people.
Sure are.
Help.
Hmm.
And then Lekai, you're up after Aloe.
All right.
Let's see. Back 30 feet.
Lekai at least yells out as he's injured. We're at a disadvantage with them on the cliff. We need to regroup.
Yeah, probably a solid plan. Let's see. Not a fan of this turn order.
It's pretty rude.
You can ready
I did.
your action.
I did get slapped
What?
early.
You can ready your action to do it later.
Oh,
Yeah, like basically you give up your reaction and do it, I guess, on a quote unquote trigger. So like after someone else goes.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or when the dog jumps off the cliff, I do this. Or when Lekai gets shot with an arrow, I do this.
so like if I have an action readied, I just get to choose when to use it as a reaction.
You have to declare it when you do it while you're rendering it. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Like on your turn, you declare, I am readying it for this kind of reaction, or for this thing. And then, I believe, once it comes to your turn again, you can say, like, oh, I just do it anyway.
Yeah, it's an if-then statement, but you can always just say, all right, whatever, I did it anyway. If you
Okay.
decide to do it earlier.
hmm.
By the way,
Mhm.
from far away, this wolf icon looked like a stormtrooper. Like, I'll
God.
screenshot my view of it.
Hopefully, it has the accuracy of one.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, we'll see.
I think like we have the accuracy of stormtroopers about now.
I'll drop it into general.
I was about to say, they have caught me fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah. Let me say the magic word so I can go easy on you guys. I am incapable of rolling low, so I apologize.
All right, now that it's
And now that I've
it's come
said that,
to light,
I've suppressed it for a moment.
I'm just gonna cast guidance on Karydin,
Okay.
and then back up a bit. That's gonna be my whole turn for now.
Okie dokie. You are now guided.
it's true.
Lekai, you're up. You have an arrow sticking out of your shoulder.
You're right.
It hurts a lot.
Lekai begrudgingly wants to give roll assistance, but has to first get the arrow out of his shoulder and get a better upper hand. So he retreats that is the option. There you go.
Okay.
Retreats behind a horse. For some cover.
Okay. Poor horse, you are now a barricade.
Oh no.
I couldn't make it to the wagon.
Yeah.
I was actually 5 feet away from the wagon.
Okay. Alright.
And that's it for me.
Let's see. You can also take the dodge action to further enhance your chances of not getting shot again. So, like, you run behind the horse. Just being behind the horse will confer to you a little bit of cover because it's blocking you. And then
Okay.
as an action, you can take dodge, which is attack rolls against you have disadvantage, which is really good.
Okay.
So if you could say that you're doing that if you wanted to. If not,
If not,
That's
I mean,
cool.
if you want to get shot, that's fine.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
No, I
Just let me
understand. I
know.
was thinking it was like an action within
Oh, no.
like my features and stuff like that.
no. You just say like, oh, and I take the dodge action.
Yeah.
Wait, anyone can do that?
Anyone can
Anyone
dodge.
can.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are a bunch of like combat actions that everyone, like just every character gets.
Yeah. There's,
Okay.
let's see.
Disengage is one.
In the channel, what can I do though? There's a quick reference you can click into, and it has a list of general actions and bonus actions and everything else.
Dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide, ready, search, use an object, stuff like that.
Is that your
Okay.
turn, Lekai? I think so, but I just want to make sure.
I will dodge. I'll just need to put it in proper words. Lekai runs behind the horse since he can't make it behind the wagon and prepares for more onslaught.
Okay. Let's see. This uncloaked bandit, is going to run forward, and let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, we can make it real. He's going to unsheath from his side a nasty-looking, twisted knife, and is going to attempt to insert it into Rhyol's side.
That's a bit rude.
These are rude dudes. 13.
Does not hit.
Oh, your backpack's in the way. He goes to stab you with it with a reverse grip, and for the king, and you just kind of like bat him with your backpack and like no. And then this one over here is going to go boop boop. Gonna yell, they're trying to run away, eh? Ain't no escape from the king. And he's going to throw, let's see, what is that range? 30? We're gonna throw a rock at Rhyol.
How high up are they exactly? That also does not hit.
They're like 10, 15.
Okay.
From above, just a rock whizzes by your ear, and the sound of the air whooshing past you.
Oh, God.
The wolf for the kid. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. The wolf's going to go here and then try to reach you guys by running down the tree, just claws upon bark, and it has slipped its leash and will be heading straight for Karydin, making wolf noises. Karydin, this wolf runs up on you, and it has traversed down the tree and just it's gaining on you quickly.
Okay.
Or coming up to you quickly.
Does it take an attack at me, or?
No, it used the dash action to do
Oh.
so. It's your turn.
Okay. Yeah. Karydin's he unsheathes his longsword and sort of warily sidesteps past the wolf as it runs at him, and then he's gonna take a swing at it with his longsword.
Do it.
Attack. Normal.
14 hits.
Alright. And gotta double check what dueling does.
It gives you +2 damage. And
+2 damage. Okay.
It actually, you'll be very happy. Click on the damage button.
Normal.
+2.
Okay. That is a lot.
Let's see. You don't have a shield. Are you attacking with versatile, or are you doing
Nope.
the regular one?
It was just damage.
Okay. I'm saying because versatile is if you grip the longsword with both hands, you get a higher damage roll.
Yeah,
pretty
but
sure
that's not
Doesn't
dueling.
like dueling. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oops.
Because dueling is one-handed weapons.
Very good point. Never mind. I'll shut up. All right. So you step aside from the wolf as it charges you, and in one deft motion, just you insert the end of the longsword into this wolf, and it goes straight down its torso. Just and it makes little sad wolf noises like wow, and the wolf is slain.
Karydin sort of wrenches the longsword out of the wolf, swishes it a little bit, and then looks towards this guard. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Or this bandit, I should say.
The encloaked bandito. This one is going to move forward. It's going to keep next to the cliff, draw an arrow, and he's going to kind of kneel down, and this one looks like he's got a better handle on the things. He's less... He's not yelling about the king for one thing, but he is going to try to shoot you with a short bow.
Okay.
He's just... but the tree is in the way, and then like it... the wind blows in such a manner where the leaves just... and cause his shot to go off kilter. This one up here is going to yell, "Ha! There's no running!" And we're going to try to shoot our short bow at the original target of Lekai. Let's see if we hit him. Oh, I'm scared. Oh no, it doesn't hit!
It's with disadvantage for what it's worth, because dodge.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
forgot about it already. Oh, that's even worse.
Oh man.
He gets a little too excited. He's like, all right, I got you in my sights. And then like he lets go of the wooden part of the bow first. And then it comes back into him.
My arrows never miss.
Rhyol. You've got a party starting around you.
Yeah, got a gang. But she ignores the one right next to her and responds, "Who said we were running?" Right, and tries to attack the encloaked bandit, or this one
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
The dwarvish looking one. All right, yeah, you get him.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I like this idea.
yeah, getting it.
All right, sick.
And so I pull him 10 meters closer.
All right.
Straight down the cliff.
So you fire your harpoon into this bandito as he gleefully runs up to the edge of the cliff, looking to try to take down Lekai, the same target he shot earlier. And just you get your harpoon right into his stomach, and then with a grin, you just hit your lever and bring it on back, and there he goes. He tumbles among the rocks and just clack, 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 clack.
I'll take it. Extra damage.
Rolls to his feet. He kind of stumbles a bit, just... You're next instead. Xalia. You see your clever friend bring this idiot off the cliff. What do you do?
So now she's kind of like,
I'm surrounded, yes.
yeah. Well, no, like, she's like, okay, well, I'm time to actually do shit, I guess. So she's gonna walk forward. She's like, okay, well, I guess we're kind of winning, so I don't have to be scared. and going to tilt, like walk forward more aggressively. Grow a few spines, and chill touch this dude. Yeah, literally several spines.
Oh, like porcupine
like
spines.
Spine
No, not the skeleton spines.
I mean, you could do that.
Could do that.
And we're gonna. Oh, I need to hit that button. I don't just press 1. I'm very sad.
18 hits.
All right,
We're chill touching the dwarf.
this one, that guy.
Okay.
Question for you: is this us, Archer?
That's the dude that shot you. Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was this
the,
one.
The one that is being chill touched now is the dude that shot you.
Right.
He had a bow. This one has. Let's see.
Sling.
That one has a sling.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Since I'm like in the way of the shot, could I absorb elements as a reaction?
No, because chill touch just appears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If it's not a shot, it's like a little ghost hand, like bone hand, just appears behind you and at your neck.
Okay, the icon is misleading. Got it.
Yeah.
Let's see. 8? A max damage
Yeah.
roll? Yeah, sure, go ahead. You only had 2 left. Go for it. How do you want to chill touch him to death?
Just kind of the hand appears and like just bores its fingers into his like shoulder.
Okay. Just
And he kind of freezes for that. Yeah.
okay. He
And that's the turn.
stumbles forward as the chill touch rips the life force out of him and slumps against you, Rhyol, just muttering, "No."
Rhyol can't see behind her because her backpack, effectively. So she gives out just like a thumbs up to whoever. She just motions, she's like, thumbs up.
Just one hand in the air.
Yep. Like just like a hand, like
You got him!
reaching out beyond.
Which brings us to Aloe. You see the battle unfold. There's a wolf that lies slain.
Heal me so I can fight.
Alright.
Built character.
I mean, I didn't get almost body bag first shot.
I love how Lekai is like, "Heal me," and then the entire team says, "Walk it off."
To be fair, I think if she could heal, Xalia would, but she can't. So
I mean, I can heal, but I'm a little occupied.
I am sword man.
What are the rules on death again?
What are the rules on what?
Death?
Death. When you go to 0 hit points, there is no negative. You just go to 0, and you start making death saving throws. If you if you succeed on 3, you come back. You stabilize. If you fail on 3, you're dead. If you gain a hit point for any reason, you're back up.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Wait, so you do 3 rolls, or is it just?
You have to succeed on 3, so it's a maximum of 5.
every round you're dead, you roll a d20 when it comes to your turn. And then if you get above 10 on 3 of them, you're up. You're stable. If you get below 10 on 3 of them, you're dead.
Okay. But if you heal me before
Yeah.
the 5th one,
Then you're
then
good.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or before
Okay.
you get 3 consecutive failures, because you could fail 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
If you
That
get
is true.
healed
Okay.
while you're at 0, you're back up.
Okay.
Anyway,
There's
I'm gonna
also
give a little flick of my wrist. Like, do a little snap, toss a fireball at this guy.
Heck yeah. Which guy? There is a human on the ground brandishing a Chris, and then there's a
Yeah.
halfling on the
That
embankment.
one right there. I guess you guys can't
With
do
the
that
sling.
target thing I just said.
Yeah, click and hold to ping,
Right.
and it'll.
This guy right here.
Yeah, yeah, there we go.
Okay. The human. Wow!
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, you hella chuck a fireball at him. Tell me about it.
Um, Wait, so do I do anything special for the damage roll there?
Yep, you double the damage dice. So
Okay, cool.
instead of
There should be a
1d8, you
critical
roll
one?
2d8.
Yeah, when I've clicked damage, it give me a critical option, so just
There
click
we
that.
go.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh my
Burn it.
goodness!
Hella dead.
Wasted.
the GTA text made out of fire.
I think I produced a little more than a flame there.
All right, so you give your wrist flick just and wing a little mote of flame, just and it kind of spirals through the air and just slams into the side of his head, just careens right into his temple. It blows off his hood, just and he is badly singed and burnt, and he is also not alive.
Actually, I think you skipped a step. After the fireball hit his head, it kept flying. Turned around, hit the ground directly underneath him, and set him ablaze.
You're right.
That's a bit rude.
You're right. that is what happened. Just, he's briefly immolated. No. For my liege.
Oh my god.
Rhyol kind of like, not actually moves, but she like hop jumps back away from the flame, not wanting to
Okay.
get caught up.
Is that
Meanwhile,
your turn?
Lekai bleeding out in the corner.
Lekai just casually with an arrow in his arm.
I've got 9 more berries left. He'll be fine.
Force feed him 9 berries.
Toss you berry at please.
Is that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Lekai, you have your party has made short work of these people. What are you up to?
After Lekai sees Aloe scoffs at him and continues burning burning the enemies, he mutters to himself, heck. Uses the what is it? Feline agility
Mm-hmm.
to move close to Rhyol. I think that's far enough.
Okay.
Wait, is there a set distance that I can throw things or what?
There is. There are 2 ranges. If you take a look at your dagger, you see at the bottom where it says 20/60 feet. The first range is just your regular range. If you throw it up to 20 feet, that's a regular roll. If you throw it between 20 and 60 feet, you make the attack roll a disadvantage because it's just a little bit far, and then you cannot hit a target that is past that second number.
Okay.
So you can get anywhere here, and you can chuck it.
So I'm going to
Yeah, which you absolutely can do.
move here and throw my dagger at him
Heck yeah.
after being pissed for getting shot in the arm.
Woo! 22 definitely hits. Okay, go ahead and roll damage. So you run forward as you're with your feline agility. You definitely pick one of your daggers out of from your side, just and then grip it by the little pointy bit, and then you take a forward leap, and in the same motion, just hurl the dagger at him, and yeah, that hurt.
And within it, Lekai then moves. Oh wait, forgot. I only got 10 more. Dang it.
If you wanted to, since you have 2 daggers, you can throw your other one for your bonus action.
Oh,
That's if you want to.
yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that. So do I damage a roll again? Or
do another attack roll.
okay.
17 definitely hits.
Okay.
And then, so now do a damage roll. And then...
Yeah, you got it.
-3 because it's your offhand. So we did 2 more damage.
Oh, yeah, because
Okay, cool. So yeah,
offhand doesn't have the... Yeah.
So this dude now has 2 knives stuck in him. He's not happy about this.
And now, knowing the other archer over there probably has a better aim than this one, I move. Dang it, messed up. I move to. Actually, no. I stay right here to keep cover from the archer.
Yeah, behind the tree.
Kind of.
And ready myself to dodge the Mr. Professional Slinger.
Okay.
You know what they say? A guy with 2 knives.
He's got 2 knives.
Oh no, is that?
Okay. So
And that's it for me.
this halfling up here on the embankment is going to hurl. Let's see here. It's gonna hurl another rock. It's gonna try to ping you in. It's gonna try to ping you in the forehead, Lekai, as he sees that you're now back up here.
Ooh. 18, I think hits.
Yeah.
Sure
So
that
that's
hits.
5, and just hits you squarely in the forehead, just like right between the eyes. Just pong. This halfling sling just slams into you, and you stumble for a moment. Things go kind of like dizzy and spinny, and you kind of fall over and just slump to the ground next to Rhyol. Just. And then he's going to yell out, "That's another sacrifice for his liege!"
So Rye's having a normal one.
Another.
Karydin. It brings us to you. You see Rhyol just kind of like funk, and then kind of slumps down, and this halfling has 2 daggers stuck in him. And there's also the other guy around the other side.
So could I run up the tree?
You can.
The
Would you
fallen
like to?
tree. Okay. Yes. Would I have to take like this path to here?
It would be something like here. No, you can do that. You can get next.
Like I can go to here?
You can
or-
get here, and then you can go here. So you can get
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
You can get
So,
next to the
yeah.
halfling slinger.
Karydin sort of dashes. He stumbles a little bit on his way up the tree, but he keeps his footing. Then sort of hops off the trunk of the tree onto the embankment next to the halfling.
Okay.
And he's going to rear back, take a huge breath, his chest swells, and then breathe a gale of ice towards the halfling. And he has to make 12.
15.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, it's a saving throw. Darn.
So that, other formula, I assume, is damage? Yeah. So he
Let's
takes
see.
half.
Takes half. He is still frozen in your breath.
Nice.
Got him. So just... And he is pelted with frost and ice, and he does not get the chance to make a funny quip because he is frozen.
Yeah, you know the like cartoon sort of ice caked on them, you know, icicle going back. That's exactly what happened.
Exactly. So, does that end your turn?
Yes, that ends my turn.
Okay. So this one over here, he's going to draw another arrow, and he appears to almost knock it, then shakes his head. It's like, nah, I ain't returning to dust for this. I'm out of here. And then he runs away, and he says, "Don't follow me."
So anyway, we started following him.
So anyway,
All right. And you guys, there appear to be no one else threatening you. And with the bodies of the slain, and with the wolf and the halfling and the human and the dwarf, you are now returned to what used to be the peace and quiet of the three-board trail. With Rhyol, sorry, not Rhyol. With Rhyol, you have a Tabaxi next to you that is face down in the grass, with an arrow sticking out of him.
No, just casually playing.
God. She sort of runs up to Lekai. It's like, oh god. Hold still as she presses like a different button on her backpack, and what do you mean I have no available spell slots? Yes, I do. Stop lying. I didn't cast a single
Try it again.
spell. There we go. Cast Cure Wounds on Lekai, which effectively, like, so what happens when she presses the button is like a healing, form of like healing potion kind of like pops out, and she like administers it to Lekai.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh.
Lekai, you, from the ministrations of this bearded lady dwarf next to you, the life comes back to you, and you're able to breathe again. The pain from the arrow doesn't feel so bad. You also don't have a headache from getting hit in the head from a rock. You actually feel good as new as when you started the day.
You know, I once ran a apothecary business too. Well, I'm here now.
Lekai sits up after being healed. Last time that I accept a crazy job again. And then looks at Raikel and says thank you.
Don't worry about it. And you'll be able to at least accept another crazy job. At least one more time.
Aloe
Karydin.
walks up.
Oh, go ahead.
Yep. Aloe walks up, pats Lekai on the shoulder. Told you you'd be fine.
Lekai just looks. And then looks away. Doesn't say a word.
Karydin sort of starts making his way down the tree, hops off, and jogs over. Is he okay?
Yeah.
He wasn't looking at Rhyol. He was busy making his way down the tree when he was healed.
Nope. Seems fine now.
Good as new, even.
Good. Aw. Did I hear something about an apothecary business?
Ancient history.
Okay.
Yeah, Bailey's gonna scrabble up and go back to slightly less, just heats a few of the spines. And just gonna give Lekai a really worried look, and look at the arrow.
Lekai looks at Xalia. Don't worry about it. I'm fine now. Well,
She points at the arrow in his shoulder.
It is still
Leo is like,
Lekai just grunts. Another scar to add to the collection.
real not paying attention, still administering, I guess, medication, healthcare. Just yanks out the arrow.
Just yanks it out.
Yep.
Bailey's gonna nod, and then just an identical scar on her own shoulder's gonna appear.
Lekai is yelling after the pool and just looks at Raikel. A little warning, please?
Oh, my bad. I always forget to warn them about that. I wonder why her apothecary business didn't work.
Yeah. Well, that's all well and good, but if the one of them ran off, right? We need to go find him, because Skarn and Roland, he might lead us to them.
that's true.
Real as you yank out this arrow, you now see that it is jet black. It is very same the arrows that are stuck in the horses.
Like holding it, like could it, like what kind of like material?
It's wood. It's just dyed.
Okay.
Wood is just the same material as the one we found on the horses.
Would I? So is it the only thing with like special about it is that it's just painted black?
Appears to be.
Lekai, as after our fun fight with the bandits itself, doesn't look like Roland and Scar anywhere to be found. Do you think there may have been a struggle if they got captured?
Well, I'd hope so. Though one of those thugs did say another sacrifice. Hopefully,
That's true.
hopefully the first was not our employers.
Oh.
Well, while we're standing around, why don't we check out the bodies of these bandits? See if they've got any clues on them.
Good idea.
David, gonna go grab the map scroll.
It's just
Do
a
that.
She wants it.
Fair enough. Understandable.
Decides to finally get up after having the arrow yanked out of his arm to check the dead horse for any signs of struggle. I don't know if I got a roll for that.
You would. Well,
You
Pretty
now
sure
have-
that's-
I'll make that decision.
You now have a map case in your inventory.
Man, I hope there was nothing important on this guy.
Let's see. So, investigation, please. From everybody that's looking at a thing.
Karydin is looking at this boy.
Kai. And let's see. Which one's that one? That's that one. Okay.
Oh no.
Nice roll.
By golly, this is a wolf. it has
Oh, it
been
is the
trained.
wolf, isn't it?
It was a wolf.
It appears to have been trained. It's got yellowed teeth. Ugh.
It's
Um,
also got a big hole through its chest.
Probably got upset and not find anything, just put it to flames.
Lekai and Xalia, as you guys are picking up the map case, and Lekai, as you're checking out, you do see signs of a scuffle. There's many footprints etched in the dirt trail, and you do see boot-sized drag marks heading towards the northeast, where you saw, or the northeast of the map, where you saw that bloke run away. And Rhyol. I mean, there's that Rhyol and Karydin together. When you're investigating these these bodies, not bottles, you find these wavy, like little Chris-like daggers. They're twisty. They got wavy blades. They look like they're designed pretty nastily. And you do find a vial that has some kind of like weird green liquid. It is stoppered with a glass cork.
Who's finds that?
Currently, Karydin does.
Alright. Karydin is going to grab both the dagger and the vial.
Okay. The vial is it's like globe shaped. It's completely unmarked.
Completely unmarked, okay.
I mean, the glass is dirty, but
Yeah.
Lekai yells out to signal everybody of findings of a struggle.
Should I add the Chris and
I can put that in
thing
there.
to my inventory?
Where'd it go? Oh, it's over there.
D.
Lost.
Glow vial.
And I'm gonna do
New consumable.
unmarked green liquid in vial.
Sounds good. For the this will go great next to my 10 pitons.
Your 10 pitons. Actually, here I can do you one better. But Lekai, you were saying?
I was just signaling for everybody that I found something.
Karydin's gonna, kind of jog over.
Scrabble up.
Aloe hears him and does the same.
Scrabble. There you go. You have a better unmarked green liquid vial.
Oh, amazing. Now it looks like something.
Oh, wait,
Lekai shows the signs of a struggle,
Now you can look at it.
and then he also points to the same direction that the one ranger was. It seems that that there's signs of a struggle here, and there's some dragging that goes into the direction of our last bandit. So, possible that that one of them did get carried away.
I think we should go to save them. I mean, aside from not wanting to show up to Skarn's two brothers, telling them that their brother's dead, I do think he was the one who was paying us. So
Dahlia's already on her way.
yeah, she's just walking.
Yeah.
Karydin's gonna sort of look back at the wagon and then look at Xalia and start to follow Xalia. At the same time, how would I roll like history to see if I recognize like a bandit group that uses a wavy Chris?
Yes, you would. History,
Okay, I'm gonna do a history check.
please do. Okay. We're not from around here.
Yeah.
So nothing comes to mind. This is a new experience for you.
Okay.
It is your first time in the Ember Coast, seeking what fortunes you may after leaving that business behind.
Yeah.
The the local history is unknown.
Gotcha.
So, what are we up to? Xalia and Karydin are going to going after the jerk face.
Real.
Lekai yells out, we should at least grab whatever we need from the wagon before we head out.
Probably makes sense.
She rolls to talk to herself. Well, hold on. If Skarn is dead, then I'm not in debt. Then I can't get any more money from him. But if he's not dead, then I'll definitely not take off the debt. So, and she sort of like keeps mumbling as she like walks forward, following. Is that it?
Okay. You guys grab what provisions you can from the wagon and make off after that big jerk face. And the adrenaline of being in this combat and of running after your employer on a rescue mission raises you to new heights, and for this one time, you gain the benefits of a long rest, and you all are now level 2.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
So should we like actually mechanically long rest?
Yeah, please hit your long rest button.
I didn't use anything.
And
Now, you
And
said
now
for
you're level
leveling
2.
up.
Yeah.
We should delete our current class and then drag in
if
the
you
new
want
one.
if you want it to be filled in for you, otherwise you can do what you did previously, of just going to features and then changing the wizard. Sorry, not wizard,
No.
not the fighter.
Mhm. And it's classes SRD or
Classes expanded.
gotcha. So we're gonna go fighter,
And then for the
runic fighter.
yeah, and then it'll just bloop, drops it back in. And
Mhm.
then for those that are, that's probably the best way to do it. So just delete your class, just to explain it clearly. Delete your class, and then go to the classes expanded compendium, and then drop your class back in, and then say you are level 2, and you'll probably want to either confirm or skip pretty much everything.
Yeah, it'll ask you to also. You don't need to import the lower level, just level 2. And it'll then give you a prompt saying if you want to do like level 1 and 2, and you can just say just import level 2.
Mhm.
Sorry, what do you do to... I put it in, but it didn't. It defaulted to level 1 again.
It should give you a check mark to say,
Yeah, make sure you
Like
delete
1 and
the
2.
first one that was there first.
I did.
Oh,
Hmm.
I just added it on top and leveled me up.
let me
I added it
make
on
a-
top, but that didn't give me any of the prompts, so I had to delete it and drag it in again.
Yeah. Let me make a test character, and I'll go through it with you.
Dragging it in twice did it for me.
Yeah, dragging
Weird.
it twice will give you the level 2. And then, let's see, you got your Arcane Tradition,
That I haven't picked.
and then you get more wizardy things.
I get one more spell slot and it's another spell, but I'm not going to think about for now.
Everybody gets cool stuff.
I'm gonna take like 2 seconds to go grab something. I'll be back.
Oh,
in
yeah,
time.
we'll take a break. We'll take like a 5-minute break.
Cool.
Alright,
And
gotta let my dog out.
we'll,
Just to be clear, this
Yes.
long rest wasn't like... We didn't actually take a long rest.
right. You're
So
not
24
actually...
hours haven't
yeah.
passed. Like, this day's not over.
Yeah, this day's not over. You're not actually saying... you're not actually going to sleep. It's saying...
Just making sure my berries haven't rotted.
It's not about Skarn, it's about the berries. But yeah, it's not like the time of a long rest. We're hand waving it as the adrenaline of being in combat and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and let's see. You now have access to a Wild Shapes folder,
I see.
and since the events at the Wizard's Tower Brewing Company are canon, you can turn into these forms.
Cool.
Sorry, I just looking at some of the infusions, specifically Replicate Magic Item and the Alchemy Jug,
Yeah.
and I find it hilarious that it can make a magical item that can create an infinite amount of mayonnaise.
Yep. It's an awesome item.
What is this about an infinite amount of mayonnaise?
That's just a magic item I can choose
Huh.
to create if I want.
Cool.
Technically, it's like a list of liquids, but just one of them is mayonnaise, and I find that hilarious.
What if we just fill up the bandit hideout with mayonnaise?
One question I always ask if I'm playing an Artificer and I pick an Alchemy Jug is, hey DM, how many, like, what volume of mayonnaise do I need to replicate the grease spell? And it always gets like this response.
As it should.
Amazing.
Alright, need to choose a tradition.
Let's see. On Aloe. Oh, here. Thulius, let me slide you this. There you go. Combat launch.
Cool.
And let me get you the innate spellcasting for a wild companion on your spellbook instead of in that feature, because it's coded for to use your wild shape resource.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All these people getting their features, and I'm out here. Action, sir.
Action, sir.
Action third is pretty nice.
It's real busted. Maybe not busted is the right word. It's very, very strong.
It's pretty.
I will be right back.
Okay. It's pretty darn good.
They're like, wait, how do we make fighter cool?
Let him do it again.
Yeah, let him do it again.
Let him fight again.
Rapturous applause.
Yeah. You know the image where it's like, how do we make this interesting? And one guy's like, two people make awful suggestions, and the one guy's like, what if we did something sensible? And they throw him out of the building.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah. Let him attack again. Let him. What if we made them good at jumping? What if we gave them cool maneuvers and like a resource that they could spend and manage, and they toss him out? No, I'm always surprised at how cool they make fighter in 5th edition, especially because I started in 4th edition.
Yeah, with the subclasses. Fighter is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I
I
mean,
started on 3.5 where they were literally just nothing but feats.
Yeah.
all
4th
the
edition.
classes are so cool in 5th.
It's... Yeah, melee classes are pretty rad,
Yeah.
aren't they? There were some really cool classes in 4th edition that I wish weren't shackled to 4th edition. A fair few of them are, like, basically subclasses in 5th edition, but Avenger is probably a class that I wanted, like, the class that I wish was in 5th edition the most, and there's nothing like it. It was a sort of pick your mark and be really good at killing them and hit a lot and like be good at chasing them down and stuff, which kind of exists, but there hasn't been the same flavor, you know?
Mm-hmm. I get it. Hello, graham crackers.
Ugh. I'm a huge fan of graham crackers.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Have you brought any gifts?
No.
Oh. No, I'm not crying.
I can be the gift.
It's true. You are a gift. To me and everyone else.
Whoa.
Harpoon launcher was pretty good.
I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of how the usage of it went there.
I'm very happy that you moved that guy forward.
Just
Because I only realized it was 10 feet after I shot it the first time. So he would have only moved from like here to here. And I was like, oh, whoops. So glad that actually missed, because that would have been a bit anticlimactic. Yeah.
How did he die? What killed him? Chill touch.
Icy
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
He survived the harpoon and the fall,
Hmm.
and then got like giga killed by a max damage icy touch. Sorry, chill touch.
Chill touch. Chill.
So chill. Okay, man, I just like
I can only think of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Batman Forever. Everybody, chill.
what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. What a movie.
I'm making an ice wizard, and that's all I'm going to do.
God. Oh, so question.
Mm-hmm.
answer.
I do that too.
I'm glad.
But so for infusions, just want to just clarify something. So so say like I can only have 2, or I can only like do 2 per
You can have 2
long
active.
rest.
Yeah.
Oh, so 2 active like in total,
Yes.
regardless of like rest and whatnot.
Right. 2 active at any and you can only change which ones they are at the end of a long rest.
Got it. since this isn't an actual long rest, I can't like activate them.
No, you
right now?
can.
Oh, I could.
Yeah, for this one time. For this one time, we're hand waving everything. We'll say like along the way, you are hit with just a flash of genius, and while you guys are running, jogging, tracking, you're fiddling with your backpack, and you're like putting things together and enhancing things, and like the arms on the backpack are like coming out and like boop, 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 boop.
Cool.
And you can get your infusions.
Okay.
Was that a Rye?
What's up?
Yes, it was. Rye's back.
Just letting you know. I don't know how to like act because I can't really like. I guess I could put resource. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just make a resource for it, and then
I'll just
and then
edit the resource. Maybe?
tie it to it from the details menu.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, what if I missed?
Nothing.
much.
We were just waiting
We're
for you.
taking a break.
Break time's over though, because now we're all back.
Real quick before we start, for the level up part,
Oh yeah.
just put it at level 2, and then
For level 2, you have your cunning action. You need more hit points. So do you want to take the average, or do you want to roll 2d8 and pick which one? There's the benefits of stability, but you could also win big.
You're a
Don't-
bad influence.
Don't gamble. Don't do it.
I am a grappler. No, I'm playing. I'll take the average.
I was gonna say.
So the average is 5 plus your Constitution modifier, so you gain 6 HP, which means you now have 15 total HP.
Alright.
This is why I'm a shadow. This is why I'm a shadow V2 player. I've rolled. I'm good now. I have 20.
What did you get? You got a 6. That's one more.
Yeah, that's high. Yeah, it's like average is 4.5, right? So
Never
I
punished.
mean, it would be cool if I could see what I end up rolling, but
you could just like roll for funds.
Yeah, I cannot stop you from rolling a d8, so you can do it if you want. Go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll a d8 and then roll another one. Just see. You can, if you want to see what could have been and potentially be disappointed by your choice, or be gleeful in your choice.
okay. Just to make sure, for the roll, where do I get to choose?
In the chat on the bottom right, you can do slash.
Glad I took average.
You can slash roll 1d8.
Of course, by the very nature of wow. Whew!
Well,
Damn.
By the very nature of
Should have gambled.
computer-based RNG, it's not the same rule as the pad.
yeah,
but
it's not. It didn't have the energy in it.
Alright.
You're right.
It's okay.
Yeah, it didn't have
Yeah.
the I'm rolling for HP energy in it. So that's why
Yeah.
that's why you got a D8.
No, it's there to mock me. It's like, hey, you should have rolled.
I like how 2 of you got 1s.
As it turns out, Dungeons and Dragons is actually just a gotcha game.
It is just a gotcha game.
Oh no.
I tricked you, Thomas.
I got myself into.
If you buy me a Kofi, then you can roll again.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's resume. Funniness aside, let's see here. All right. So as you guys are tracking down this rapscallion that you believe would be leading you towards your employers after having dispatched the brigand group that beset upon you, I need to know who is in front, who is in back, and I need to know who would like to make a survival check.
I think.
Spoilers, it's the one in front that is going to be making a survival check.
Rhyol would be willing to walk towards the front. Unless
Yeah.
anyone wants to be like front.
So, unless Val says otherwise, Karydin would try to get in front, but Xalia was just walking, like on a mission. Just walking. These boots were made for walking.
She would probably like jump, like visibly jump in place when you should probably get supplies, so she'll let people go in front of her. She's aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, Karydin will take the front. And I guess that makes me the survival check person.
How the hell did I get that? Oh, this is irrelevant, but someone decided to tag their picture of themselves when I did the Pokemon thing, tag yourself as a gym leader.
Oh, interesting.
And they tagged me, and it not even close to look gym leader like. So I'm extremely confused.
Okay. Let's see. You can, Karydin, as you're moving forward at a decent pace, a brisk pace, you can see a trail that is hidden behind the thickets to the north side of the embankment, and then it seems to lead kind of northy. It wiggles and waggles and twists and turns. You do manage to see that it is slightly beaten down in the grass to suggest that dozens of potentially brigands have come and gone along the trail. There's also signs of 2 bodies being hauled away from the ambush site. You can continue forward on. You see a stream up above. Not up above, that doesn't make sense. You see a stream to your north, and then begin following that. About 10 minutes after heading down this sort of kind of beaten down trail next to the stream, you see hanging from the tree, sort of like a bunch of vines that are wrapped in a loop, and you're able to, from your survival check, to kind of immediately understand that this is a sprung snare, where perhaps something has been previously caught in this, and fortunately it did not catch you because it is now triggered, and you are not there. Following the stream a little more, you see a cliff face come into view, and there is a noticeable outcropping in this cliff, and it appears to open into a cave. And the cave entrance is dark. Around you are the trees. There's the stream that leads into the cave. It seems to be pouring out of it. The grass is green. The
Sky is blue.
The sky is blue.
The cave is cavey.
The cave is cavey, and the cave is gray. You all come upon this. Your tracking seems to have led you to this cave. What do you do?
Karydin's gonna...
Just gonna get that ready.
Oh, like you're flicking up your fire to be able to see.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So Aloe just... There's our lovely little moat. Our favored rat burner. It now orbits your head as you have a little moat of flame. Ready and waiting, but also shedding light.
We're gonna be able to use Ronald to save Roland. Anyway.
Oh, I'm the only one with dark vision?
I believe so.
Lekai has it as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Karydin's gonna sort of warily approach the cave entrance. I guess I'll roll a stealth check for that.
Yeah.
With disadvantage because of my armor, chainmail, I think.
Yes, please. You already know.
And Lekai is going to move closer to the river in order to kind of peek down the cave, if it's possible.
Okay.
Perception?
Yes,
so?
please. Yep. Roll on
Catching
perception,
up.
and then Karydin, you kind of get low to the ground and creep in front of your party, trying to see what's in that cave. Lekai, you are able to see in. There's the smooth stone of the cave entrance. You can see that there's an opening immediately to the right, but any further into the cave, your dark vision is where your dark vision fades.
Nice light.
Okay.
Seeing that, well, from what Karydin can see, from when he can't hear any signs of alarm, he's going to kind of wave over the rest of the party.
Let's see. While you're there, make a perception check. I didn't realize you were also just trying to see inside.
Oh, yeah.
It's dark.
It sure is.
You don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
But as Aloe steps forward, the kind of radiant, fiery light does let you see in. There is a... you see what Lekai sees. So there's an immediate entrance to the right, and then there's the stream's path up to the north.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's gonna sort of continue.
Okay.
Creeping around.
You do hear some kind of noise. It sounds kind of like metallic,
Mm-hmm.
like a clink 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 noise.
Okay. I assume no developments once I get to the edge of the stream, basically.
Let's see. Where is Aloe? Aloe's there. No, not quite yet.
Okay. Lekai decides to cross the stream
Okay.
and ready himself and inspect this area.
Oh, that's why. Global. Okay, turn that off. There we go. That should be better. So who's got the light? You don't have dark vision. Your tokens suddenly all have dark vision, so that's not supposed
That's
to happen.
not right.
Hang on.
The power of my non-functioning cat vision. It's okay.
You have dark
Academy
vision.
class didn't teach me this.
You have dark vision. You have dark vision. Okay, good. That's better. All right. Do. Good. All right. Pardon me. Say it again.
I assume that there's no developments, getting to the edge of the stream.
No, other than the metallic clinking noise.
And then Lekai, I think you crossed the stream.
Yes, I crossed stream
Okay.
to inspect.
Slush.
I'm assuming that we couldn't see here.
Yeah, previously where the tall trees and the shrubberies could be blocking your sight from the stream. As you crest down, you do see what looks like could have been some sort of outpost. There's a wooden chair, like a little tray table. There is a half-drunk bottle that, and maybe like a little kind of wooden plate. There's no one stationed here. Fortunately for you guys.
I'm gonna see if I can't find anything to take from said outpost.
Okay, give me an investigation check. There's the rum. You knew it to be true.
Perfect.
You now have a bottle of rum. And let's see, you probably don't want the half-eaten food. It's not good. There's the chair, the table. Nothing else, really. It seems that whoever was here must have taken anything else of note with them. But curious why they left their beverage.
Well, free drinks on the house after we finish this mission, guys.
Apparently.
All right.
In your inventory, you can where it says loot, you can hit add, and you just put half-drunk bottle of rum.
Karydin's gonna cross over. Shoot, I guess can't really see in the cave too well, because like at this point, this area is like pretty much dark, right? Or dim enough that it would be hard to see.
It would be dim enough that it's hard to see. It would be dim enough that it's hard to see for you and Aloe. Aloe and Karydin and Xalia. You are all able to see from the benefits of Aloe's produce flame.
Okay.
From your current position, Karydin, you can hear that metal like kind of clinking noise. It's not like a constant thing. It's sounds like a shifting noise. And as you get closer to the cave mouth, you do smell wet dog.
Oh boy.
Like wet animal fur.
Can I just tell what direction the noise is coming from? Like, is
It's-
it coming from here? Is it coming from here?
Yeah, it's coming immediately from your right, from that entrance.
Okay. Guess Karydin's sort of gonna step, and he's still being stealthy. Should I re-roll, or am I good to go?
No, the lighting situation has not changed. Anyone following him? Because Karydin, you
yeah.
can't see.
They will follow.
Okay.
Behind.
Alright, so as
I
you
will.
guys go ahead and enter this entrance, it is now apparent what the clanking noise is. In this room, it's got the gray stone walls. There's a large stalagmite coming from the bottom, this slightly off center. Tied to the stalagmite are 3 wolves by a metal chain link. They each have their own leash, so to speak. Behind them, there seems to be some like stack of rubble. The wolves immediately notice you and they start growling aggressively.
Karydin backs up. Maybe he might like bump into Aloe a bit. Paying attention to the wolves, not behind him, really.
The warmth of the produce flame caresses your cheek.
Nice. He sort of looks back over his shoulder, sees the party, looks back at the wolves, and just kind of shrugs.
By this time, the wolves have all stood up, and they're all looking at you, glaring. You and so that's Karydin and Aloe glaring. Just one of them lets out an aggressive bark, just like one of those saliva-coated barks, where it sounds really wet.
Do you think we should take care of him?
Should definitely, if we want to not be fighting an entire fleet.
Seems like the smart play.
The other 2 wolves now join in. All 3 of them are now aggressively barking at these unknown entities. Just big, nasty wolves. Which, as a reminder, wolves are pretty big. They're not dogs.
Yeah.
As that is happening, I proceed down this narrow pathway here, just to see if there's anything going on.
And as an aside, we'll say that you grabbed your daggers from the halfling that you threw them at.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you have those, don't worry.
Okay.
So Lekai, you move down the cavern here, and with your dark vision, you're able to see it's not in color. It's kind of like shades of gray. It's different monochrome. You see where the stream kind of bends to the right, along with the cave. Along with the tunnel. And to your left, you see some kind of cascading shelves of rubble that seem to go upward, and that is to your left.
Okay, I have an idea. So I want to magical tinkering to make an object that emits a sound.
Okay.
Like make the sound like those like really high pitched, non-audible to like human ears, like screeching noises that like dogs.
The mosquito
like-
noise.
So a dog whistle.
Yeah, a dog whistle.
Okay.
Effectively.
I dig it.
I guess like an automatic one, effectively.
Okay. Cool.
To try and like have them not bark at us.
Okay. While you're tinkering with this, you hear a gruff like, shut up, you mangy mutts. That seems to kind of like echo around from some kind of unknown source. The dogs ignore that voice and continue barking at you. And by this time, you finish your magical tinkering, and it produces a inaudible noise. You're not quite sure if it worked, but after 10, 20 seconds, the wolves start kind of like flicking their ears, and they stop barking at you.
Nice.
All right.
Meanwhile, Lekai hears it, so he's just sitting.
Tabaxi ears.
He's just literally not screaming, but internally screaming.
Lekai staggers into the
30
stream.
seconds.
Oh yeah. Well. Sorry, friend.
Time to continue on, I guess.
Good quiz.
Karydin's gonna sort of follow behind Lekai, and as he comes up behind him, he's gonna sort of say, "I can't see that well in the dark. If you can, then you should lead the way."
All right. You can use Aloe's fire, and then I can at least signal you to come through once as I get further down and make sure it's safe.
Sounds good.
So I will move further to see the bend was
Okay.
kind of awkward. I wanted to be like here, but not enough to like cover over here.
Okay. So
I
where
guess-
are you? Just
I guess here's the best because I want to see down this.
okay. So you move forward tentatively, and to your right, in your dark vision, you can see sort of a makeshift bridge made out of wood. Has got wooden planks laid over another that seem to cross over the stream, and it's on a raised level. It's maybe about 10 feet above you, this bridge, and it's cresting between two upper levels of the cavern. To your left are the weird kind of shelf-like rubbly areas. It seems climbable. It's just a little rough going.
Lekai goes to the left to see if he can climb up the area
Okay.
before advancing down right.
Okay. You do so easily. And it's a little slow going though. Just as you climb up, the rubble slides beneath your boots, and just you have to rearrange your footing, and get down on all fours for a bit. But you do manage to get where you're at. The shelf above you, the next step, so to speak, is perhaps 5-6 feet up. You can peek over, and you can see in there are several figures. You can just make out the tops of their heads. In this room are sort of campfires. Not sort of campfires. You can't sort of campfire. Oh my goodness. In this room are campfires shedding light into this cavernous room. There are some bedrolls on the floor. There's the shadows of the ceiling that are projecting these silhouettes of 4 individuals that you can see. There is a small ramp that seems to lead above. Roll stealth check.
I was about to say lead above, and they trailed off. Alright. Normal roll.
Okay.
I take in what I see from up there, and then I head back down to inform the rest of the team
Okay.
that we have what looks to be a sleeping area for the bandits. Unknown how many there could be in there, but that's most likely the beginning area for us to start, unless we want to move farther to the right.
Sounds like a good place to start. I suppose lead the way.
Alright. Then I head back up to the same spot I was before.
I'll just be following behind.
Okay.
Same.
I guess.
Same.
As I follow, like sort of like shush the dogs as I walk away. It's like
Wow.
As you walk away.
And then as I take in what surroundings I can see, Aloe, it may be best for you to use Fireball in the area, and then I can follow afterwards.
work like that.
You just want me to chuck a fireball in there? Just blindly?
Yes.
Aloe, as you peek over,
Unless you have a better idea.
as you peek over the edge, sizing up the room of where you're going to throw this fireball, you do see that the air is kind of hazy with all the smoke. There's some pungent smell of really poorly cured hides of these people making do of what they can out here. From where you are on this natural staircase, you do indeed see what Lekai described to you. There's the ramp and other stuff. You can hear these people they're a little jovial for brigands. They all kind of seem to be cajoling, and every once in a while they'll glance and look in the direction of the room that you cannot see, and they'll make a comment, laugh, and then go back about their business, eating some kind of meat of whatever they hunted.
Do you have any better ideas?
Well,
Karydin sort of sidles along and says, "It might be that the other room is where they're keeping Roland and Skarn. If you could free those two, we might get some extra help if there's an encounter."
yeah, I do think we should check the other path before we announce our presence here.
Alright, if that's what the party is willing to go with. because otherwise we'll be trapped. There's only one way in, one way out.
Do we know that for sure, though?
It's what we know, or at least right now.
Well, yeah, exactly. We could get some more information.
Yeah.
These cave dwellings, Karydin sort of hesitates for a minute and says, I have a bit of experience. They don't tend to be one entrance, one exit. Usually there's at least some sort of variance, at least in my time caving.
Alright. Lekai is willing to go with the plan.
Yeah.
Sure.
Karydin sort of backs up.
And then Lekai checks to see if anyone's been alerted before heading back down.
Roll a perception check. Taking another peek over this kind of natural staircase shelf thingy. You're confident that your presence has not been alerted, although one of them does cast a wayward glance right after you begin to duck down. It has kind of... I gotta stop saying the word kinda. It has a brief look of curiosity. And it looks like he's thinking for a moment. And he grabs the cloak of somebody and says, "Hey." He's saying it loud. "Hey, are there any? Did we put any campfires in that hallway?"
Oh no.
And these four people in the room now stand up and they begin heading towards you.
Perfect.
And seemingly lured on by Aloe's produced flame.
Alright. Lekai rushes down
Okay.
to hide around the... Oh.
Huh?
It said I collided to a wall, so...
There you go.
Okay. Lekai runs over to at least get a better position, just in case they...
Put the fighter in the choke point.
Yep. and yells to Aloe, turn off the flame. Hide in the corner.
I'll play.
I'll play.
Okay.
As he's passing by, to say, turn off the flame and hide.
I don't want to hide, though. I like this position. I like it if they're coming through the tunnel.
Yeah.
You do see a halfling crest the top of the staircase tunnel. He's got his short bow drawn, an arrow kind of half knocked, and looks down. Wait a minute. You ain't us! Die!
Oh boy.
And slide me some fashionable initiative.
Here we
As
go.
he fires this arrow at you guys.
Oh, I think I go first, actually. At least I go before him.
Cool.
My hubris!
Well then.
You'll be fine.
Well, they're just not. Well, we can't see them, so they don't exist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys hear some chatter from the natural staircase, and it seems to be, what'd you find? And it's a conversation of, we've got intruders! Go around! and you hear footsteps.
Well,
There's the sound of leather boots going across stone and rubble and kicking rocks everywhere. It is now Karydin's turn.
Okay, I was about to say, are we under turns or?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't. So this is out of character.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I want to run down the hall, but I also don't want to just sit here getting pot shots taken at me.
Okay. If you would like to go, this way, it's difficult terrain.
This is difficult terrain, so it would take twice my movement.
Yeah. So
Right?
you can definitely get there.
Yeah. I have an idea. Karydin is gonna take a tentative step forward,
Okay.
and then I believe this will work. Okay, just a little bit further, like to there. That should be enough. How do I delete? I have to be on the measurement tools.
Are you trying to
And
breathe
I'm gonna
on him?
I'm gonna breathe on him.
Okay.
So then, first breath. And I'll give you the formula.
He fails.
So he takes 8.
That is more HP than this one has, as it happens.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so Karydin sort of takes 2 quick steps up and he takes a big breath and then, swings his head back, looks sort of back at, like, behind him almost, and then, brings his head up, bah! And does a huge, basically yell.
Okay.
Exhales icy breath all over this dude.
Sick. Does that end your turn?
No, I'm gonna take... after doing that, he's gonna, quickly... he basically just, like, slides, like almost gravelly down the natural staircase,
Okay.
but he keeps his footing.
Alright. On his turn, he's going to no longer have a good balance because he was leaning forward, and the ice statue of the halfling crashes down into the natural staircase and shatters into a million Sub-Zero pieces.
Okay.
And
I like to imagine... this is player knowledge, but I saw that dude. I like to imagine he just saw his friend immediately get flash frozen and then fall out of sight and go like shatter.
He indeed sees this and sees him shatter and is going to is going to yell out, Pink! No! And he's going to come around into view. He's whirling his straps of leather with a cup in it. He's going to let loose a rock into Karydin.
Whoa.
As you're sliding, whoa, revenge!
Oh, man.
What a shot!
As you're sliding, he takes an expert shot and just cracks a rock into the back of your head.
Okay, I know it doesn't have to do this, but I'm definitely falling smack dab prone into the river.
The river is very cool. It's calming, at least for a moment,
Oh.
before the throbbing pain comes back into the back of your head.
Uh-huh.
Xalia, you see Karydin is kind of pratfall into the stream at your feet, and there's a halfling up there, and you hear footsteps to your right.
She's gonna lean down and make sure Karydin's okay. Like, he's not bleeding too much. Okay.
He's okay.
Then she's gonna get up and, how do I... Yeah. Oh, I have to probably do this. 1 second, sorry.
Okay.
Do
Aloe,
you
you're
have to hotbar things, by the way?
You don't have to.
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't figure out how to get it. We're doing this.
You can hover over it, and then the icon turns into a D20. And you click on that.
We're casting Silent Image
Okay.
over here, and we're just making like this cave walls collapse, or not collapse. The wall blocks off there.
I love it. Okay.
That's really cool. That's a good idea.
I saw that movie.
Like-
Yeah, sure.
Like, illusion of just the rock wall continuing straight through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said continuing straight through, so basically like this hole does not exist?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Like it's two dead ends now. What it looks like,
Okay, I'm with it.
and that's our turn.
Oh, okay. Over here, I get that.
Which brings us to Aloe.
You said it looks like two dead ends, right?
Mm-hmm. This section now looks like a rock wall.
Okay.
You see it shimmer into view, so you know that it might be an illusion. Aloe the Kenko looks around. The produced flame orbiting his head, giving off the light.
Karydin in the river.
Yeah.
Steps over Karydin.
The back of his head.
What do you mean steps over? Steps on, obviously.
Yeah, you're right.
One claw on my back, just like arms come up like a cartoon character.
I love how Aloe introduced himself as a healer and has done 0 healing.
Look,
I'm a healer, but Cox gun.
Cox produced flame. What you got, Aloe?
I think I'm gonna. This is rough. I mean, I like being able to see, but I'd also like to burn that guy.
As you scale
Oh.
the natural staircase with the rubble everywhere, scrabbling up.
I may or may not have a way to be able to make people be seen. So, sorry, it's metagaming. I shouldn't do that.
I'm a healer. Blast.
So,
It is technically mitigating damage if you kill them before they can deal damage.
Yeah, that is true.
Uh-huh.
If they're dead, they can't do damage.
the Kenku is short and pudgy. He's actually just Andy DeVito. So anyway, I started blasting. Aloe, what you got?
How do I? Or is there any way for me to see what kind of vision each of my wild shapes has?
You would know that.
Right.
Yeah. So you would know. But so what are you looking for? Like something with dark vision?
Yeah.
Your centipede form can sense anything in the dark. Being a rat can. Your spider form can. You don't have the room for being a spider or a snow leopard actually.
Right.
For your smaller forms, you could be a centipede where you just sense things around you, or you could be a giant rat and you can
Okay.
see in the dark. Everything else is too big, or the black bear does not have it.
I feel when you're too big to be a snow leopard.
That's true.
The snow leopard
I'm gonna
is
go ahead and chuck my flame at this guy.
massive. It's a special snow leopard. All right, go for it. Roll on. Let's see. Okay.
So close to the 19.
The fireball whizzes by his head and impacts the far cavern rock wall.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and lose that vision.
and leaving you where you are at in the dark, but you can see forward the lights given by the campfires.
Right. Would I be able to cast a spell behind me, like at one of my friends, or do I have no object permanence?
Pretty sure you've got object
No,
permanence.
you know where they are.
Okay. Then I would also like to cast a healing word on my dragon friend.
Oh. Okay.
Wait.
Let's see. Healing word. A creature of your choice that you can see.
Oh, you know?
You could say you did it
Maybe I
before
could have done
you
these
threw.
in
Yeah,
opposite
you can
order.
do
Yeah.
it in the other way. That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll just roll that then.
Go for it.
go.
Connect 4. It's exactly. Go. Okay.
Apply healing.
Lekai,
Apply
come.
healing directly to the forehead.
True. That is where I got hit.
I thought it was the back of the head.
Oh, same difference.
Okay.
I think that ends my turn.
Lekai, what you got? You hear these footsteps, and then the wall next to you shimmers into view, and it is now a rock wall.
Is it possible for me to see through the illusion?
It is currently
skill high
faint
enough?
to you.
You can tell it's an illusion, but like, if you start poking through it, you might make alert people on the other side that it's fake.
Okay.
Yeah.
The illusion is currently faint to you, so you can see through it. And then the rest of it is as Xalia said.
Okay. Not really in any good spot to back up. So so if I move up the rocks, am I half the distance as well?
Yes,
Okay.
this section is half speed.
Okay. So I will move to
Hi.
this right here.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then
Wait a second.
if
Actually,
you,
I'm gonna,
if you wanted to continue moving forward, you can use your cunning action to dash, and that would get you extra speed to get up there.
okay. Wait, is that's not also including
Cunning action only uses your bonus action, so you'll still have your main action.
okay, but I still have feline agility I could use.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't want to use your bonus action, you could still do feline agility, and it actually would improve your speed for any movement that you make during the turn.
Right. So I just use and
Yeah, so
That's-
you can use feline agility if you like, and then that'll get you.
that's 10, so that would be 20, right?
Yeah, that'll
for this
get-
spot?
You can get here.
Okay. So yeah, I will use feline agility for here, and will attack Mr. Extremely good aim.
Go for it.
But dang it.
With your expert feline agility, you bound up this natural staircase. Rebel be darned! You're flinging rocks and stuff behind you with your claws. One of them, like, kind of pelt into Aloe's shins. And you unsheath
Gonna
your
use my-
sword and give him, like, a nice little, like, cut from below. You know, like you're swinging it upwards with your the joint of your elbow facing outwards. Just whoosh. Go ahead and 20 hits. And And so you actually cut open his leather armor, and you cut real deep into his chest. He's got this nasty gash going from his stomach all the way up to his, all the way up past his collarbone. He lets out a blood-curdling yell. Return to dust.
Then I will follow that up with
he's already
my
dead.
dagger.
You can stab him again if you want.
Stop! He's already dead!
And then Lekai goes and stabs the corpse again.
I make sure he's dead.
So you have slain this dude. You have extra movement left over, and you have a bonus action.
How much more movement? It's just that one space I have, right?
You can get here or here. Because those are no longer difficult terrain.
Right.
Or you can stand on top of the halfling that you just killed. So any of these 3 squares you can end your movement in, and then you have a bonus action that you can dash, which is move again, or you can throw a dagger, or you can strike a really cool pose, or whatever you want to do.
Okay. I want to peer down the hallway to see what is there.
Okay. So after slaying this halfling, just you slice him through with your sword, and you rush into this cavern room, stepping on this really nasty, gnarly-looking bedroll. You look in, you see the cloaked, the gray-cloaked figure from earlier, actually. That was one of your assailants, and you also see, with your dark vision, Roland, and his previously pristine white mantle is smattered with blood and dirt. He's got grass stains in it everywhere. As soon as you come in here, the person runs over, grabs Roland, and takes his kris out, and then holds it to Roland's throat. Says, "Parley, or he dies."
Parlay. I'm assuming I do not understand the language.
No, it's in common.
No,
Oh.
parlay is like
Is it surrender?
No, it's talk it out.
Oh. Okay.
Parley, Parley.
I put up the sword. God, that's weird. Short sword, and I'm willing to talk it out
Okay.
with him.
Okay. He still holds this wicked-looking kris to Roland's throat as you sheath your short sword. And
I tell him that we only want Roland, and not willing to have any more bloodshed.
What about Scar?
you don't know.
it's Sky.
Yeah, I can't say him.
All right. Back in the stream, Rhyol.
Do I hear that exchange?
What's your passive perception?
I don't.
11? Yeah, sure. The echoes bring it to your ears. You hear someone. You hear Parley, or he dies, and it is a voice that you're not quite familiar with.
Well, I wouldn't even be able to like get over there, right? Because this is difficult terrain.
You could dash. Yeah. Everyone in
Okay.
the
Should
party
be able
hears
to
it.
at least get next.
Yeah. So you can dash. So
Action.
1, to 5 feet, 25 feet. You can get here, or on top of the halfling.
Okay.
But it would be using your action to do so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have an action that would do anything otherwise, so. Yeah, I guess I'll just move myself over here from my action.
All right. And then from where you are, you can peer in past Lekai, and you see this gray-cloaked, kind of trimmed/buzzed, bearded human holding this nasty-looking, curved, wavy knife to Roland's, to Roland Rock's bruised neck.
Hold on. Wait. Before I do that, actually, can I give Xalia? Can I leave a lit torch behind for
Sure.
my fellow non-dark vision people?
Sure.
All right, cool. So y'all have a torch.
Nice. Nice. It was gonna be really funny if Karydin went down into the stream with light, comes back up completely in the dark.
That would be wild.
Just
you
all
hear...
pissed.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
My bad.
Hardcore. From the other side of your illusory wall, Xalia, you hear some confusion, some mutters like, "Wall, there wasn't no wall there before, wall, but there's and then just general confoundment, and you hear footsteps, but not. They are moving away from you.
Okay. To make the little self-satisfied. Yeah.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect. Karydin, what you got?
Karydin,
I'm not
bolts
counting you
to
as
his
prone,
feet.
don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm not counting as prone, okay.
Yeah. Unless you would like to be
bolts
prone.
his feet. I was thinking about it, but, he sort of looks to his left and right, kind of half expecting to be surrounded on both sides by brigands.
You guys are technically no longer in combat. So go ahead.
And he sort of scrabbles his way up.
Combat has paused.
I love that Scrabble has become official vocabulary.
Well, that's what he's definitely. That's what he's doing
That's
right
what
now.
he's
He's
doing.
like bedraggled, waterlogged.
Scrabble, scrabble, scrabble.
He's like sort of on all fours, trying to make his way up the staircase.
Aegis Mins and Thulius heard the word Scrabble a lot last time when they were in a beer cellar.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Let's see. So you guys see the people that have not yet ascended to the next floor. You see Lekai and Rhyol kind of like looking a little cautious. I imagine everyone enters.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put you all just kind of approximately around here. Okay. So before you, you see a hooded, gray-cloaked human. He's got brown, buzzed beard, and he seems to be decked out in leather armor. He's got a couple vials that have this green, sickly-looking liquid in it, and he's got this wavy, deadly crysknife held up to Roland Rock's neck. Roland, bloodied, battered. He seems barely there. The person moves forward, says, "You all willing to talk?"
Yes. We're here to get back the man you're holding and his dwarf compatriot.
The cloaked person says, "That's fine. You can have them, but you gotta do something for me. I've had it up to here with this. I ain't about to return to dust for no slain king. My boss is in the other room. Why don't you kill him, so that I won't have anybody following me." And he kind of points at you all with his free hand, a bit like still holding Roland. And you all let me go free. If you don't like it, this guy dies right now at your feet.
Karydin sort of half looks back at the others.
Don't mind me.
Wait, what?
You can have him back just as you see him now. All you gotta do is kill Murtado over there.
Aloe takes a look around the room, thinks about it for a second, and kind of whispers to his allies, "These guys are slumming it out in a cave. I don't think he has anything to gain by tricking us into killing this boss of his."
Yeah.
If we all were to leave, then he has a free chance to get out while we're busy killing the boss. Lekai whispers.
Rhyol sort of Rhyol tries to ban, like, where's Skarn? Where's the dwarf?
Kill my boss and I'll do something nice for you. I'll tell you where they took him. I ain't going nowhere. Not without this bargaining chip. And he kind of jostles Roland a bit.
Kai looks at the
I
rest
ain't
of the
going
team.
nowhere till Murtado dies. I gotta be sure of that.
Karydin
Okay.
sort of grumbles.
Kai looks at the rest of the team. What do you guys think?
I don't think we have much of a choice here. We're gonna have to do as he says. He's got Roland, and we need to know where Skarn went.
I say we take him at his word.
Yeah. They's gonna kind of give a saddish shrug and nod.
Kai nods at the team, and turns back to the brigand, asks, Where's your boss?
The gray-cloaked man kind of straightens up. It's on the other side of the stream. You can take the chute where the dogs are. You can walk across the bridge. Kill his badger, too. I hate that thing. It smells.
Wow.
Roland, at this time, musters all of his strength. He barely gets out to where you can hear, "You cannot trust him. All of these people work for the..." And then he doesn't finish getting the next word. He says, "Shut up!" And then the Grey Ghost kind of like beans him in the head, but not like really hard, just kind of like a warning shot. "Now go. Kill Murtado. You can come back. I'll tell you what you need to know. And you can have Doofus over here."
Xalia's going to lean over to Aloe and just kind of... She can talk, but she's not good at it, so it's quiet and stuttery. But can you... Roland? Kind of tilts head.
I do have another healing word.
Well,
But
Lekai begins his move.
Oh yeah, you know what?
As
Okay.
that's happening, as he's
I'll chuck a healing
Passing.
word.
Sorry, what was that, Thulius?
I'll chuck a healing word at Roland.
So as Xalia sees him do that, we're going to. How do you make it happen?
Mouse over it in your character sheet. Then you see the
Oh, you have to-
D20
you have to
icon on the
D20.
left. Yep.
Okay.
Or on the top, like
Yeah.
the top thing, it's like the spells.
D20. Yep.
Okay.
And we are cause fearing Breakloak,
Heck yeah.
which means this wall dissipates. But
There's suddenly no wall.
Okay.
yeah,
So you whisper a few words of healing, Aloe, to Roland, and his eyes kind of like flutter. He does one of those long blinks, and he seems a little more alert. He's looking at you. He takes in the situation, now fully aware. And then the Grey Cloak makes a Wisdom saving throw.
so can I,
Huh?
theoretically speaking, can I use inspiration to make other people reroll, or it's only me
only-
my own reroll?
It's only for
Okay.
this one is anyway. He rolls a natural 20.
Okay.
Aww.
Let's see.
This is why I wanted to ask, by the way. Because I would really like to make him reroll.
And he sees that you're casting something and it's like, no. He, as the spell comes over him anyway, and so he kind of shakes his head, blinks. It's like he still looks a little perturbed, like he's seeing this group of people that are still bold enough to do something to him, even while he has this, as he put it, bargaining chip. He says, Nah, quit dawdling. Everybody get out of here. Go get it. And he pushes the little wavy Chris against Roland's neck again. And he positions Roland in such a manner where it would be easy to kick him off the side of this this level. It's a 10-foot drop.
How far up is he? Okay,
10-foot drop.
yeah.
10-foot
Oh,
drop.
jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karydin sort of, slowly backs away. Sort of steps down makes for the staircase and asks, "You said shoot in the dog room. A shoot in the dog room."
Yeah?
Yeah, he said that, or we could take the bridge.
Or you can take the bridge. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm done with this place. I'm done with this fool's errand.
Which way do we want to take? Do we want to go to the bridge?
I think you don't want to have to deal with
Where
the
is the
wolves
bridge?
again. Yeah,
It's either the wolves or we deal with everyone that ran over there to the bridge.
Where
Bridge
is the?
yonder.
Okay,
Oh,
sounds easy enough.
I guess we should just take the bridge. Wait, but
Okay.
Xalia is still looking at Grey Cloak, looking somewhat like she's gotten a pissed expression on her face.
Lekai whispers over to Roll to set up a blockade.
He
In
returns
order-
he returns your look, Xalia, with a sneer. Just,
That is more signaling to the other players she's gonna do shit if you don't talk to her.
yeah, Karydin. I'm gonna say he notices Xalia. He's on alert, and he sort of cautiously goes and puts a hand on her shoulder, and as soon as he gets his attention, just kind of shakes his head.
Lekai recommends Roll setting up an illusion to make him think it's still here, to make him think it's blocked off,
I,
and then proceeds down the
I'm not sure she
the
can.
walk.
I
Is
do
it
have
Xalia?
illusions. It's not. That wasn't my magic,
Yeah,
but
Xalia.
I do have an idea. As I sort of get out of sight of him, I'm just gonna. Does this actually? Question: does innate spellcasting count as a spell slot?
No.
No.
Okay. So, it's gonna. Oh, I can just click not consume spell slot. Dope.
I will be back for
so
2
I'm
seconds. I'm gonna put my food in the oven.
Okay.
just gonna cast Alarm
That's a good idea. All right, cool.
on
Nice.
exactly that spot.
Okay, so
Just this intersection.
you pull your lever on your backpack. Then there's like a lever that goes upwards, and you just bloop, and there's a various collection of devices, and you are now sure that if Greycloak and or Roland were to traverse this area, you would know immediately.
Perfect. I'll say, like, flavor-wise, it's like... I guess how it would work... It'd be like, it'd be like a light. Like a small little light on the ground that, like...
Okay.
If they get intercepted, puts them, like, a signal.
Oh,
to
like
back.
one of those infrared.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's kind of how it
Yeah.
plays.
Science. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not spells, science.
All right. Cool. And as you go all to move around the
Val
cavern.
was gonna say
Yeah, Xalia. Hello. How can I help you?
Right. What were you illusioning requesting?
He is away for the moment.
Well, so what he wanted was some sort of illusion to make it seem like he's blocked in.
Who is?
Gray coat man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think she thinks that's a good idea. I think she thinks that will make him desperate, and he will just.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Probably would. Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
She's
Okay.
not gonna do that.
So as you guys move, you're taking the bridge, or you're taking the chute.
I think we're.
Sounds
not-
like we're taking the bridge.
I think the bridge is
Okay.
the better option.
So as you take this smaller tunnel, where two others, you seem to piece together that the other two that were running took, and you come across this rickety-looking bridge